This is the stream I was talking about. So, um, yeah, this is gonna be it for me. I think I'm officially done with Genshin. I've been feeling this way for a while. I was like, oh, maybe it'll get better, or maybe it'll get interesting. I'm honestly at wit's end right now with this game. So I am not. This game has been getting boring for me. What's up, Ray? What's up? How you doing? Yeah, this is the quit stream. I'm officially quitting Genshin Impact as of today. So I am going to be completely removing it off my computer. So I'm. What's up, James? Yeah, it's time. I'm not happy with this game. I'm been bored out of my mind. What's up, Red Comment? How you doing? Oh, you guys, everybody actually noticed the title. Like, he's gonna quit. Like, holy shit! It's like it's fucking time. That's the problem. I'm at wit's end with content. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of doing nothing. Yeah, almost 2 years, and it's been happening since 1.4 patch, and it got worse after two. I quit at version update 2.3, I think. I came back 2.5. I left for like 3 months, and then it started happening again. I was like, yeah, like I said, when I first started playing, I was having a time of my life, and I was having so much fun because there was so much new to experience. Now that's over. There's nothing left to experience. I'm at the end. All I do is the same shit every fucking day, and I'm bored. I'm bored out of my mind. Like and it's becoming to the point where I'm just logging in because I got nothing to do. It's like, oh, I have to do it because stupid gems and stupid resin. I don't. I feel the game's making me feel like I'm trapped, and it's like I don't want to feel like a prisoner of the game, where it's just like, oh, you're just making me play because of artificial currency. That's the only reason. If they didn't have that, I would have left months ago. Shit, I probably would have. I would have quit probably by like 2.2 entirely. I would have never came back. I would have been like, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired of this chasing the carrot and hoping that they're gonna change things for the better, which they're never gonna do. They're not gonna improve the multi. They're not gonna add online. They're not going to improve the end game. They're not going to make more consistent content that's meaningful. There's not going to be a reason for me to level my characters. It's like it just feels like it's just, oh well, here's the cycle. Main version update comes out, new area, bunch of new characters, and then filler updates and the same shit. You get right back in your rut so fast, and then you have to wait a whole year to get back out of the rut again. Like I said, it's just, oh my god. Like the thing is, what pisses me off is you see so much potential with this game, and it's being squandered by Mihoyo. Like Mihoyo, they don't care. They really don't care. The game is gonna die. I don't know if you watched YouTube videos. People are saying Inazuma is gonna probably be the end of the game. Like people are at probably at wits end like me. They're just like pulling their hair out. Like, oh my fucking god! Like, and I'm just like, you guys don't care about the game. Like, you guys can make it so much better. Where it's such an enjoyable game, and you don't give anything to the long term players. You don't give us anything to like sink our teeth into. Fuck, man, I'm so tired of it. You know. I need something new. This isn't doing it for me anymore, and I'm tired of being forced to play something I don't want to play just because of stupid currency. You know, I have like 22,000 gems, 24,000 gems, and I don't even care when I pull characters. I feel nothing now when I pull characters. I'm like, oh look, it's Shinobu. I like, she's cute. Am I ever going to use her? Nope. Oh look, Ito. He's cool. Am I ever going to use him? Nope. I just gather the characters and I don't do shit with them. They just sit there. I have no desire to play them. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing to do anything with those characters. What do you you're just gathering new characters to do what? The same shit? Well, no, but people what I mean is I think you're misunderstanding me, right, comment. When they say the game is going to be over, I think people are going to start jumping ship in mass when Inazuma comes out. You know, when not Inazuma, I'm sorry, the new area. I don't even know the name of it. The Dendro area, whatever it's called. But anyway, people are speculating that they're gonna see the same shit happen, and then people are just gonna be like, you know what, I'm done with this game. I'm fucking done with it. I'm so sick of the bullshit. You know, I'm sick of Mohoyo doing the same goddamn thing. Nothing's gonna change. They're not gonna stir anything up to make things exciting again. It's just gonna be business as usual. It's just gonna be the same fucking shit all the fucking time, and I'm tired of it. And I hope people start to wake up to it. You know what? I'm gonna go play something else. I want to play a good game that gives me I feel enjoyment. I feel fulfillment when I play, and I actually want to play the characters and grow them, and actually, learn the game. Like when it first came out, there was so much to do because there was a lot of content. But now we've reached the end. It's like, well, we've seen the format for this game. They're never going to change anything. I was saying, oh, maybe down the road they'll change it and make it better. Nope, they aren't doing anything. They're doing jack shit. It's like revolutionary. Yeah, it was revolutionary in the beginning, but then you just saw, okay, they got lazy. They got real lazy with Genshin. All that basically, they're just like, oh, cool. We're just gonna make a bunch of waifus and just stall you on the game for new areas. Make you spend money and then just keep rinse repeating. It's just and like there was like what 20 something characters that they revealed. It's like, come on, dude. I'm sick of the fucking characters. Like, I like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the characters in Genshin. They're wonderful characters. Like, personality wise, story wise, they're very interesting. Like, they're so full of life, and I actually care about the lore. But the gameplay is just like it's tedious as shit, and there's nothing to do. It's like literally, it's just log in, do my dailies, spend my resin, check my inbox, do my login bonus, and that's it. I do that for 20 minutes every fucking day, and I don't even want to do that. And I'm tired of doing that. I really am. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of it's just a chore. It's time to do your chores again. That's what it feels like when I'm logging into Genshin. It feels like chores. I'm just always doing fucking chores. I'm sick of doing chores. That's all it feels like, man. I'm so disgusted with it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of it. And it's sad. I see the game's potential and it's just getting squandered. I mean, I see other streamers say the same shit. They're like, Mahoyo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, man, you're killing your game. You are destroying your own game. You're killing it. And I'll be honest, I kind of want it to fail, just so maybe they'll change their tune. But you know what? You know what'll happen if it fails? They'll just leave. They'll just stop updating the game and be like, "Oh, we're done. Next game." That's what they're gonna do. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not falling for your next game. Like, I know they're bringing out another game, which is just a futuristic Genshin Impact, the same exact thing. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not falling for that shit. I ain't playing it. Because I know it's going to be the same fucking thing. You're going to have two areas with a bunch of characters. It's going to start off great, and then it's going to go. It's going to fucking nosedive downward real hard. I already know where this ship is going to fucking crash, and a fucking plane is going to crash and burn. It's de-evolved into a waifu collector. It really has. I think Genshin is at right now. It is just painfully obvious it is a waifu collector. It doesn't have anything. Granted, some of the stories are great. Like I like the new story with Fischl. That was a pretty awesome story. But outside of that, it's like there's nothing. Like you get those few great moments where you're like, okay, cool, got a cool backstory for one of the characters. Like Fischl's backstory is amazing. You know, same thing probably with Mona. I didn't even do Mona's, from the event. I don't want to do it because I just like I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna love it, and then I'm gonna be like, well, that's done. Well, back to business as usual, and then I'm bored again. It's just business as usual, man. It's just like the same old fucking shit, man. I'm tired of it. Really am. So I'm just done. But just to show you guys that I mean I'm serious, here, you're gonna see it right now. I'm gonna show you. You guys want to see me do it? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm done. I am done. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Is it not under here? Did that uninstall? Where's the uninstall button? How do you uninstall this game? Is there an uninstaller for this shit? Do I know how to uninstall this? Oh, fuck. Where is it? I don't know where the Genshin uninstaller is. Where is it? It's not in my list. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? It's on my E drive. Let me check something. Hold on. Genshin. Installer. Install. There it is. Yep. There it is, guys. You guys ready to see it? There it is. I'm gonna see sad little Amber cry and so you wanna go? I was like, yep, I'm gonna go, Amber, sorry. As sweet as you are, it's just like I'm done. I'm done. It's gone. I am done with Genshin. It's over. I'm done with this shit. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. Yeah, oh, Onward, I'm done. I can't deal with this game anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Mihoyo not changing anything. I'm sick of Mihoyo. And nothing's gonna change. It's gonna be the same shit all the fucking time. I'm sick of doing the dailies. I'm sick of doing the chores. I'm sick of being hopeful with nothing that's going to change. It's gonna be Sumeru comes out, and then, oh, guess what? Back to filler. And I'm just like, and I'm just sitting there. I'm just tired of the spiel. It's just, you get a new area. It's cool for about maybe a month. And then it's back to business as usual. It's back to the stupid events, more dumb characters, and, oh, you gotta wait till next year to get the next area. And then I'm just like, oh, and it's like that every fucking time. I'm sick of it, man. I'm not happy. Like I'm not happy. The game doesn't make me happy anymore. Like the thing is, I liked the game. I really did. I did love it a lot. They're just man, dude. They're yeah, but I'll be honest on with it's gonna take more than that. I left before. I actually this isn't my first time I've quit. I actually before I took a break. I was patch after Inazuma came out. I started feeling the burnout again, and then 2.4 came out. Uh, no, 2.3, and then I was like, I was getting burned out really bad. Oh yeah, they are. It's poison. Dailies are poison, man. Dailies kill your experience. They kill the game. They make it because again, it becomes a job. That's the thing. It becomes a job, and the dailies because of the gems keeps you playing. See, I'd be okay with it that the gems didn't weren't there at all. Like if it just was oh there's nothing tying me, but the gems tie to the characters, and I'm just like oh god, and I don't want to spend money. I don't want to spend money at all. That's why I avoid that. I just play. But it makes makes you like feel like you're trapped in a prison. Oh yeah, I know. They're stretching this out really bad. I believe it. Mahoyo is milking that shit hard, man. They're milking it bad, dude. Mahoyo is shamelessly milking it, and it's just I'm not I'm see at least I mean I'm at least wise enough and smart enough to realize it. Where like, hey, dude, I'm not an idiot. You know, you can't control me forever. I'm not. It's like quitting an addiction. It's like I know when's best to quit, and I'm just not happy, and so I said fuck it. I actually this isn't the first game I've uninstalled. Can believe it or not. You want to know what else I uninstalled? You probably think like you're like wow, you actually uninstalled. Like look. I'll show you a couple other games I did the same thing. DNF Duel gone. Fuck this game. Fuck this game to hell. I hope this game rots in fucking hell. Fuck this game. You know, uninstalled it. It's a piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. You're dead to me. This game. Fuck this game. Never again. Uninstalled. Done with it. Never again. Fuck this piece of shit. Like, it's like you're done. And just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't even want to see you. Like, cool. I appreciate the hard drive space I got back. That's how much I care more about my hard drive space than this piece of shit game. This game is fucking ugh. Like Jesus, dude. So it's one of those things. It's just like I'm getting the bad game. I'm stopped playing fighting games to be honest. For the most part, I'm not happy with any of the fighting games. I think all the fighting games now are trash. I hope so. Shit, if rollback ever happened to Exert, I hope Strive dies. I hope Strive dies. Period. I hope Strive just dies in a dumpster fire, man. I hope that game. I hope this game just burns and just festers in a pool of fire, and just it just screams in pain. I'm like, yes. No, no, no. I have crosscode. No, I already have it. Look, see, look. I have crosscode. See, come here. Yeah. No, I love this game. This game's amazing. I beat this game, dude. I put 100 hours into it. This game is fucking crack, dude. I love this game. I did put a lot of time. I mean, I didn't do like the end game stuff, but I was very satisfied with the game. I put a lot of time into this game. Believe me, this game is amazing. So believe me, man. No, I've been playing other shit. It's just I'm just sad because like the things that I love are becoming things that I hate now. Like I love fighting games. I do. I don't like current fighters. I think current fighters are trash. I think current fighters are just bad. They're boring. Their ceiling is too low. I don't feel it compelled at all to even bothering wanting to get good at it because it's not interesting. It's not fun. It's just like, oh, I see the depth of these games is very minimal. So it's like I don't care. It's like, oh, why should I even try? Why should I even try? You know, why should I even fucking put any effort? So it's like, why play them? Why play games like that where there's no incentive and nothing that motivates me to play? Like, why am I gonna play something where it's just like, oh, it doesn't reward me for being creative? I can't be creative because the game won't let me be creative. So it's like, fuck it. Why play? Why even try? Like, why even bother? There's no reason. It's like, oh, well, I can't express myself. I don't think Multiverses is that great. It's better than Nickelodeon All Stars. The pay model's cool. It's free. I don't like the game though. It's just to me, it's just Brawlhalla. To me, it's just Brawlhalla and a better. It's a better, more polished Nickelodeon All Stars. That's all. That's all Multiverses is. Multiverses is like it looks good. I like the fact that it's got the authentic voices. You know, it's really cool. But the final boss of the catalyst, okay. Like I said, I'll get around to it. I played it recently. I mean, maybe I just need to go back and push myself to play it again because that game was amazing. Like I started over from the beginning because I wanted to play it from the beginning. You know, with all the updates and stuff. So maybe it'll be even better. But I don't wouldn't mind playing that game a second time. So maybe I just need to push myself into it and just do it again. Now, here's the thing. Here's another thing. I don't know if a lot of you guys can relate. Well, I'm sure you guys could relate to this. I'm looking for like new experiences. Like Crosscode, my first time through was I was a pig in shit. I was enjoying it so much. I was like, oh my god, this game is just a blessing to gamers. It's this game is made for gamers. You know, and I appreciated every moment, just every step of the way, and I couldn't stop playing. Got to the end, was so satisfied with the ending. It was just a beautiful story, and it's like, oh man, this is awesome. And I want that new feeling again. You know, I could play it again, but you know how you already know what to expect, so the feeling is obviously not as magical. The first time is always the best because you're completely unaware of what's going to happen. You cannot predict what's going to happen because you don't know the game. You're completely blind, and I like that. I like going into something completely blind where I don't know what to expect, and that gets exciting because the unknowns that you're going to face are, and then obviously having them surpass your expectations really makes it special because you're like, oh my god, this was just amazing. It's a feast for the eyes, you know, feast it's a feast for for your like your soul. Where you're just like, oh my god, I enjoy every moment of this. I'm so engrossed in it. You know, I like those experiences. Those are amazing. When you fall in love with a game for the first time. And I've done that with many games. I can tell you that, man. There's so many games on my library that I literally would just be like some of the greatest moments in video game history. And I'd be like, dude, powerful. Like, you know, the game like that, like Rabby Ribby. You know, I always keep going back to Rabby Ribby. Rabby Ribby is on the same level as Crosscode. You know, it's a game where it's just like, fuck yeah, this game is the shit. You know, it was the shit. Like, you know, it's one of the almost the games I almost give a 10. Like, it's that good. It's like you know, I mean, the fact that I put 256 hours into a fucking Metroidvania game is pretty crazy. I don't put that many hours into a single game. You know, I beat this game 5 times. Granted, I've already beaten it 5 times. I don't know if I want to beat it a 6th time. It's one of those, I've already experienced it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it again because I already know. I've already experienced it before, so I want something new. Yeah, I'm aware of the other OSTs that they released. Yeah, the orchestrated ones, which is really good. I listened to it. Really, really good shit. But I've already beaten this game. Like I was doing the Coco mode. It's basically story mode, but you play with Coco. There's no story per se. It's just you're playing it with Coco. I was like, and she's pretty interesting to play because she's completely different than than Arena. So, which I liked. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But again, I've already played this game like heavily, so it's one of those. I've already beaten this game a bunch of times. I love it. But at the same time, I want something new. I need a new experience. You know what I mean? I want to fall in love with. I want to fall in love again with a new experience. That's what I want. You mean Grandia or Grindia? You talking Grandia or Grindia? Which one are you talking about? I know. Isn't there a game called Grindia? Or are you talking about Grandia? Oh, you don't know how to after beating Irisu. You don't know what to do. Oh, Secrets of Grindia. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, I know that game. Never played it, but yeah, I am aware of that game. But yeah, it's just finding new experiences. I mean, I've played through most of my library. There's a couple games that I've been dabbing into, but yeah, I think one thing I do feel that Genshin was trapping me for a while, and I feel like Genshin was like taking me away from other games, and I think that's not a good thing. Like, especially when you're not happy. If you're happy playing a game that you play, then it's not a waste of time to me. But when you're just playing it because you're repeating the motions and you're not happy, that's not a good reason to stop playing other stuff. You should just quit what you're doing and play other things, and that's what I need to do. I needed to finally admit to myself, like, look, I'm not happy playing Genshin. I haven't been happy for months. It's been getting worse, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. Like, you just gotta sometimes you gotta just set sail. You're like, you know what? See ya. I'm done. What's up, Sora? Needy, needy streamer overload. I have never heard of that game. The fuck is that? Let me check it out. Needy streamer overload. That's a game. Oh, this. I think I've seen this before. Okay. Why so serious? I didn't get hot. Oh, it's a psychological. Oh, it's a visual novel. I'm not into visual novels, believe it or not. Even though they might have a good story, I'm not into visual novels. I don't like visual novels very much. Like they may have great stories, but I don't think the gameplay is engaging enough for me. So I'd rather just watch anime, to be honest. I'd rather watch a movie or an anime than play a visual novel. Because visual novel just feels like what you're reading, and I'm not really into that too much. So I just never been. I've tried a few visual novels, and I just was not getting into it. I get bored because I don't like the reading aspect of it. I don't like reading books. I don't like reading books. I'm not fond of it. I'm more into motion. Like I like pictures and moving like movies. I'm more into that. Like I need gameplay. I need like real gameplay. Like I said, I'll give it probably the interesting factor. You're probably right. Let's see. So it's Defender Quest. I'm just looking through games you guys are recommending. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys giving me suggestions, but yeah, I don't like visual novels. I just don't. I know there's good ones out there. I'm not a visual novel. Like let me just show you some of the stuff I've been looking up. Um, let's see. I saw this game, Ruiner, looked pretty cool. Let's see. Tower of Fantasy, I was dabbing into, but I have a feeling this is just another Genshin Impact. It looks like Genshin Impact with futuristic. I'm still very weary about this game. Like the combat looks more interesting, but I was like, I have a feeling it's gonna be the same fucking thing. It's gonna be like it's gonna start off great and it's gonna just it's gonna go right into the fucking ground. I got this horrible feeling about that game. Where this game is gonna be a repeat of Genshin. It's gonna be the same fucking thing. Yeah, I saw you've been playing Octopath Traveler, the new one, the mobile game, which I never played Octopath. I'm not into turn-based games very much. Um,
Comes a daredevil.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. You're talking about Grindia? Yeah, I saw this game. Yeah, it definitely reminds me. I saw this game, and it definitely reminds me of Crosscode. Like the way it kind of overall the action adventure overhead, kind of like Zelda. It looks simpler. It looks like a simpler Crosscode, a little simpler. I mean, I definitely like action RPG way more than turn based. But yeah, I am familiar with this game. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I played Trails of Cold Steel. I'll put it on there just for you. I played Trails of Cold Steel. I have part 4 on PS4, Trails of Cold Steel 4. Yeah, this one. Like I will say for a turn-based game, it's definitely above standard fare for sure. It's definitely not your typical turn-based game. Like it's not completely like, oh god, it doesn't do anything interesting. It's a little bit more enjoyable than typical. But I will say the exploration feels really flat. It's very flat, linear as fuck exploration. Which I don't like these games for that reason. I know they're very story driven, very story driven. Looks like it has a great story. The characters are there's a lot going on, which they're very involving with the character development. But as far as the gameplay, like the exploration's crap. Like it's just typical JRPG linear as fuck exploration. It's boring. It's like Final Fantasy 10 shit. Where it's like, oh my god, I don't want to explore like that. That to me is so boring. It's so plain. Ugh. Yeah, I quit Genshin. Yeah, I deleted Genshin off my computer. It's gone. So I'm never coming back. It's official. I have officially quit Genshin Impact, so I'm done. I no longer have it on my hard drive. I just uninstalled it earlier. So I'm never coming back. I think it's for the best. I'm not happy right now. Genshin's making me very sour. Well, a lot of games have sadly been making me sour. I want a good game. Like I want something fun. I want something that engages my mind. I want something that makes me have an amazing experience. And I want something. I want something worth a damn. I want something that tickles my fancy. Like give me something I can just sink my teeth into, or I'm just like I'm just in complete like mesmerization. Mesmeration. I'm saying that word wrong. Mesmerization. I'm just enthralled when I play, and I can't let go of the controller. And it's a game where you ever had those games where you play, you go to bed and you're dreaming about it, like that kind of shit. Like, oh man, those are the best. Literally, you come home from work and you're literally having dreams about it because you're having so much fun. Those are the best, man. I've done that several times before, where I find a game I fall in love with, and I can't stop thinking about it. It's just on my brain, dude. I'm just like overload, and that's the best, man. Oh my god, those experiences are the best. I love that shit. It's Call of Duty. You crazy, man? I ain't stupid. Call of Duty. Don't you dare. Don't you dare refer that fucking game to me. Man, you want to not be my friend anymore? Man, you're signing up a death wish. Call of Duty is no bueno. That is no good. No way. Never. I'd rather die than play that game. Don't eat me. Oh, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Valkyrie Chronicles. Galgun, like I played Galgun. It's cool, but it's one of those games. It's like junk food. Like you play Galgun once, you're kind of done with it. You know what I mean? Oh, I yeah. Didn't I put that on my list? Avernum. Did I put that on my list? Oh, these games. Okay, these right? These games you're talking about? Yeah, probably not. I don't think I'd play these. It's isometric turn-based. I don't like turn-based. I'm not a fan of turn-based. I really am not. I'm not a fan of turn-based. I'm just not. I just don't like turn-based. Turn-based just puts me to sleep. I just don't like. The only turn-based game I there's okay there's strategy RPGs. I guess I can tolerate a little bit more because they're a little bit more involving because positioning and all that. So I do feel it's a lot. It's like playing chess. So I guess it's a little bit more engaging. But just traditional turn-based, it puts me to sleep. Like, it really does. I like action RPG more because I like the real-time aspect of it. But yeah, the only turn-based game that I like is Grandia. Like, this was one of my top RPGs of all time. But even then, you try to play it now, like, even though it's a very charming game. It's got, charming visuals, it's really cute. The combat's very, very interesting. But I tried playing it recently, and I'm like, oh god, this game did not age the best. Like it's a slog in some cases. Like leveling up is a slog. Doing your skill ups is a slog. I would like to see a modern, more updated take on this. I'd like to see an action adventure version of this game, like a remake. I would play it. I think it can be done properly. Because I played like all the Grandia games. I played one, two, three, and Extreme. Extreme's terrible, by the way. Good combat system, but fuck, it's grindy as shit. Like I beat it once, and I said I'll never play that crap again. That game story is awful. Like oh god, it's so bad. The only reason I put through it is just because I was forcing myself to do it. I was like, the combat was like pretty good for what it was, considering how old the game is. But it's just one of those things of it's just it doesn't age for what. Uh, okay. Oh, Earthbound. Yeah, I have Time Spinner, dude. I have Time Spinner. I beat Time Spinner 3 times. I beat yeah, Time Spinner. This game, I know you used to speed run that game like fucking crazy, dude. Like I beat this game on normal, hard, and level one difficulty. So I played the shit out of this game. I destroyed it. So I don't have it. Wasn't on my Steam when I beat it. I bought it Steam afterwards, like for $5. But yeah, I destroyed this game. Really, really, it was a pretty solid game. I think the difficulty was really unbalanced. Like normal's too easy. I felt normal was way too easy. Hard is too hard, and level one difficulty is just stupid. Like it just everything kills you in like one hit. It's really really fucking bad. So, but yeah, it's basically Order of Ecclesia with like Prince of Persia. That's the best way to describe this game. If you played Order of Ecclesia and it has time stop mechanics from Prince of Persia, that's exactly what this game is. It is a total homage to fucking Order of Ecclesia. Uh, yeah, I've been hearing. Yeah, no, I have Child of Light. I played Child of Light. Child of Light is like Grandia. It's similar, a little bit more simplistic. I never beat it though. I have it though. Yeah, I played 9.5 hours. I also played the DLC in Bloodstained with her, which was pretty good. It's a cute game. But yeah, the combat is definitely reminiscent of Grandia. It's not a bad game. It's pretty good. The story's good. It's a pretty good game. I just never beat it. I got to like the end, and I never beat it. I don't know why I stopped playing it, but I just stopped playing it for some reason. I don't know why. Uh, yeah, I'm quitting Lita. It's gone. It's completely gone. I don't have it anymore. So no more. It's gone. It's off my hard drive. No more Genshin. I'm completely done with it. Yeah, I figured if I put that title, everybody's gonna run to my show like, "Holy shit, you're finally quitting!" Like I never thought I'd see the day. I'm like, it's like legit people interested because I put the words "I quit." They're like, and people are probably thinking, "Oh, you're gonna quit streaming? Like you're done? You're never gonna show? You're gonna be done with online?" Like I'm not done streaming. I'm just done with Genshin. That's all. I'm not happy. I'm just being honest. Like I don't mind sharing my feelings with you guys. You want to see? I'm real. I'm as real as they come. I'm not a fake streamer. I'm not the type of guy that pretends to be happy. I don't believe in that shit. I don't like toxic positivity. So I don't like fake people. So when people fake that they're happy, I don't like that shit. I think it's like just dishonest. People are like, oh yeah, oh I'm doing great. I love this. I'm like, no, dude, fuck that shit. You're gonna see the raw truth with me. I will openly show my displeasure for something, and I don't care because it's just like, hey, if I'm not happy, I'm gonna say it, and I haven't been happy with Genshin for a long time. I've been frustrated with it, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna support a bad habit anymore. It's like almost like smoking. It's just like, you know what? I'm done. See it. Nothing's ever gonna change. I don't know why I'm having any optimism about the game changing for the better. It's never going to change. So I might as well just quit. It doesn't. It's better for me. I bet you if I came back 2 years later, business as usual. It'll be the same fucking thing. Nothing will be different. I'm like, oh, cool. Didn't glad I didn't waste my time. Yeah, yeah. I was the one that was downgraded Minoria. Yeah, fuck that game, dude. I hate Minoria, dude. Like, I love Momodora. Momodora is fucking god tier. Like Momodora, Reverend, The Moonlight, god tier. Like god tier game. This game is ugh. I love this game. Beat this game twice. Really enjoyed it. Excellent game. And then I'm really looking forward to the sequel, which is coming out. Uh, He's gonna show news about it. I think tomorrow, next week. He's gonna show brand new details about the game, possibly the release date. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. Like, I love Momodora. Momodora is really good. But yeah, Minoria, that game could suck my dick. This game is like, this game is just a piss bad version of Momodora. Has no charm. It's just bland as all hell. It's the difficulty is cheesy as shit. Like I hate how like everything is a cheap shot in this game. I hate it. It's just like, oh my god, shit hits you off screen. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. I'm getting hit by something that's off screen. I can't see it, but something's hitting me. But you know what the fuck? I don't see how anybody thought that was a good idea. You see enemies launching projectiles off screen and hitting you. It's like, what the fuck is that? I couldn't believe that crap. I was like, this is bad. And you take a ton of damage in this game. It just doesn't feel good. It just feels like, wow, are you making this game hard to be annoying? Because you're doing a good job of that. Like, Momodora didn't feel annoying. Like, I felt like Momodora felt fair. It was hard, but it was fair. This game just feels cheap. Like, it's really cheap with its bullshit. Yeah, I played, One Way Heroics. I've never played that. Yeah, I did Cuphead. Cuphead DLC. Yeah, I've already beaten all of Cuphead. I did the what do you call it, the delicious last course. Yeah, I already beat it. It took me I think 3 hours to beat. Yeah, see, I already did it. See, I got all well, I got the major ones. Yeah, it's hilarious. I couldn't believe it when I look at it. It's like, wow, beating everything on the DLC. Only 3.7% of the people have done that shit. I was like, wow, I'm kind of surprised. Beating the chef boss 3.4. Like, are you kidding me? Like, holy crap, people have that much hard of a time beating the DLC? Are you kidding me? Like, it's not that hard. Like, oh my god, like sometimes I wonder, like I get these achievements and it's I have such a low percentage. I'm like, is it really that hard? Like, I don't get that. It's like, wow, I didn't think it was that hard at all. It's a little challenging. I'll give it that. I died. Don't get me wrong. I died. I kept trying, but man, people must give up real easy. Oh yeah, I've seen Half Minute Hero, Mr. Moneybags. I played the Momodora games. I played two, three, and four. I didn't like the older ones as much. This one by far is the best one. Like these are short. I noticed the first three are really short. Like they're like a couple hours. But yeah, Reverie is definitely a big improvement in terms of gameplay length. I will say that this one's much more engaging compared to the old ones. The old ones definitely, I can see why they're free. Like they're just they feel like just short experiences. Like it's cool. I mean, I played them, but I was like, yeah, but it doesn't hold a candle to this one. Like it's such an evolution. But yeah, I don't like Minoria. I'm not a fan of Minoria at all. Like I said, Minoria can suck a dick. I hate that game. Let me see what else I got here. Just showing you guys what I've been interested in. Like I said, I'm not looking too hopeful on Tower of Fantasy. I like to try it, but I really believe it's going to be just another Genshin. Oh yeah, this game's coming out. Excellent Toho game. Love this game. I played the demo. I fell in love with it. Really, really good game. Let's see. What else did I find that looked interesting? Hellsinker looked cool. This game looked cool. Let's see. I'm trying to think like anything like, oh my god, I gotta play it. Moon Scars looks good. I played this. It's alright. Too expensive. I was thinking about playing this game, Little Witch in the Woods. It looked kind of cute. It got good reviews. People say it's really good. It's got a really cute story. They say. I have to check it. I might check that out. Let's see. I already played this. I played this. Was not too impressed with it. Kind of a meaty. It's an okay Metroidvania Overlord. It got me interested in the anime though. Yeah, dungeon. Let's see. Yeah, this game was amazing. I liked Animal Mutation. A little bit frustrating in some areas, but this game is really solid. I really enjoyed this game. Really, really, really solid game. Definitely a must play. Let's see. Let's see, Minoria. Interested in this game. This game looked pretty good. Let's see. This game looked really cool. Basically, like a West evil. It's Wild West meets like Doom. So it looked pretty cool. Liza P looks amazing. It's like the story of Pinocchio, but with like mixed with like a futuristic setting, and it plays like Dark Souls. It was like, oh, okay, that looks kind of cool. Might like that. Think of any other. This game looks amazing. Risu's fun as shit. I want to play this game. This game. I love the demo. I said, there's some stuff coming out. Like I said, the games I'm looking forward to the most right now are obviously in September, which are my biggest games of the year. Some of you guys probably are looking forward to it as well. Of course, we have where is it? Trying to find it. Hold on. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Saw you earlier. Where'd you go? Where the hell are you? Trying to find it. Hold on. Where did you go? I don't know where I put it. Where the fuck did I put it? Thought I saw it earlier. Must be blind. Freedom Planet. Of course, looking forward to this game in September. This is a must play. Gotta play this game. You have to play this game. This is a must play. I've been looking forward to this game for years. Like, oh man, I'm so excited for this game. It's gonna be amazing, man. I love the first one so much. I really hope the second one delivers. Yo, Maiden, Magosphere. Which one? Magosphere? Oh yeah, this one, yeah. Magical Cannon Girls. It looked cool. I like the visual style. I don't know how good it plays. I wanted to check it out. It'd be good. I don't know, but we'll see. It's one of those. Oh, it looked kind of cool. I like the art. I like the art. And then, of course, My absolute biggest game, Little Witch Nobita. The finished game is finally coming out in September. I'm so excited about this game. I love Little Witch Nobita. So I can't wait to come back to this game. I want to like delete my save file and just start over from the beginning. Just enjoy all 7 chapters. Just an amazing game from start to finish. I hope it has like extras and everything because I liked all the secrets in this game. Were pretty awesome. I hope they add a lot more secrets. This game is really fucking fun. Very challenging too. Main end spell, I like its demo. Battlefield 1. Oh yeah, Maiden spell. I have that game. Is that the one with the yeah, this game. Yeah, I know this game. Yeah, I saw this. It's like yeah, it's like Toho. I don't have it, but I was looking at this game. I was like, okay, look kind of cool. Yeah, Bullet Hill. But yeah, like I said, I'm just looking for new experiences, guys. Like that's why like I said, I need to get away from Genshin because Genshin, I think, is just suppressing me from playing other games, and I'd rather play other games right now. I just need to find something that makes me happy, like it brings me joy. It's nice when you see someone play something that they like because it's like, oh, look, he's playing. Oh shit, the game looks really fun. People like and people legitimately see when you enjoy something. It's like people can feel that energy from you because they know that you're happy. So I think people like that. When they see you're not liking something, they're like, yeah, this guy doesn't look very happy. And it's like I kind of feel like I'm rubbing that energy off on other people. So they feel like, oh man, you're kind of rubbing the negativity on me now, and it makes you feel bad, and you don't want to be around me. And I don't blame you. I really don't. I don't blame people for not wanting to be around me when I'm negative. I really don't. I want to be positive, but man, the things I've loved before, I'm starting to hate. And it's like that's what sucks. You think something will be good forever, and then it's like, nope, things turn around for the worst, man. And you're just like, wow, what happened? Like, why did the thing I love become something I detest? You know what I mean? Crown Swarm, Crow Swarm, Juice Galaxy is an artist dream, short game but really stupid. Crow Swarm, I don't know what that is. I know Lide saw me playing, saw me getting really negative with what do you call it, DNF Duel, and I was not happy at all. I'm glad I'm not playing it anymore. Oh yeah, Close One. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this. Kind of reminds me of Hollow Knight. It really looks like Hollow Knight. The whole dark atmosphere and stuff. It looks cool though. I probably like this. Huh? This looks pretty cool. I like the visuals. Visuals look pretty nice. Looks pretty cool. I'll have to check that out. Thanks for sharing that. Nice seeing people, recommend stuff for you and you see stuff that might resonate with you. Nah, I'm done with DNF Duel. I have Guilty Gear Overture. I've never played it before. I heard it's kind of a mediocre game from what Guilty Gear fans say. It's okay. Obviously, I play Guilty Gear for fighting, not. I know it branches into a completely different genre of game, But I heard it doesn't do anything particularly well. It's kind of just it's different. That's about it. Like it's kind of like it's okay. That's what I hear. I don't know if I'd like that type of game, but yeah, I have Overture. Yeah, RTS, real time strategy. It doesn't look. It looks kind of bland to me. I don't like tower offense. Yeah, I'm waiting for P4U rollback. Yes, I'm definitely waiting for that. I still have Persona 4 Ultimax installed for that reason. So I don't know when it's coming. It should be very soon. They did say summer. So summer technically ends in September. So it should be by next month. We should see an update saying, hey, it's coming. It's like, hey, we're working on it. Get into the beta. Yeah, I'll be playing this when they bring it. If they bring rollback to this, when it happens, I'll be playing this for sure. This is a game I do like. Even though it's like, see, this is the thing. Here's just funny. Like, you talk about Kusage. Like, DNF Duel and Persona are actually very similar in that regard. Like, DNF Duel is just like Persona in a lot of ways. You know, this game is Kusage as shit. So is Persona. They're both these games are ridiculously Kusage. But this is the game that I think is just done much better. The freedom is better. I think the overall gameplay is better. There's more options. It actually takes, I think, more skill to play. You know, I think overall it's just a better game. It feels better. It just, I mean, it's older too. It's an older game, but I just think overall it's just a better Kusage. All right, comment. Take care. Good seeing you, man. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. But no, it's nice to see so many of you in here. Like, wow, I didn't think a lot of people were attracted to my title. So they're like, oh, what's he doing? You're like, I mean, were you guys like not coming in here because I was playing Genshin? Is that why you guys like avoid my channel? Literally, if that's the reason why you guys stopped coming by because I play Genshin, man, I didn't realize how many people didn't like to watch me play that game. Like, if that's honestly the truth, I'm like, man, I wish I stopped playing sooner. Because if you guys weren't happy either, like, oh man, that just reinforces me not want to play it either anymore either. Because it's like, wow, people don't want to watch me play it, and I'm not enjoying the game. Why am I playing it? Because it's pushing people away. It's like, yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, I agree. I agree. I said the same thing. Why do you think I stopped streaming during the week? You guys, I was like, nobody wants to watch me do dailies. Nobody wants to watch that stupid shit. Like, it's like watching somebody do chores. I agree with that. That's why I stopped streaming during the week. Because all I was doing was dailies. I was like, yes, I don't want to stream that shit. Nobody cares about that crap. But I think overall, I think people, like, I didn't realize so many people were, like, staying away from me because of, like, I didn't realize Genshin was, like, maybe it has a stigma with people or, like, oh, God, fuck that game. Like, oh, he's playing that fucking shitty game. Like, I've been noticing my viewership's been dropping a lot ever since I've been playing Genshin. Like, in the beginning, it wasn't too bad because I had friends that played and it was pretty, but now it's like, man, it's like people just avoid me, like, completely. When I play Genshin, nobody comes in. I have not had a person really come and watch me play Genshin for months. So maybe that's the reason because people don't want to watch it. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't realize that. You know, but at the same time, I wasn't enjoying the game anyway, so I'm like, it gives me more reason not to play it even more because I know people don't enjoy watching it. So it's like, okay, why am I playing it now? There's no reason for me to play it. There's no incentive. Nobody likes watching me play it, and I don't like playing it. So why am I playing it? it's being honest, and I'm like, I appreciate the honesty. I do, I do, because I see my viewership just drop when I play Genshin. It's like non-existent. Like, and I'm like, man, Genshin really drags my channel down. I didn't realize that a lot of people don't like me watch. I've had fighting game players complain to me that I. It's like they're like, for a guy who plays fighting game, why do you play Genshin? I'm like, God, that game is so bad. And I've had multiple people tell me that. And like, it's like you play fighting games, like anime fight, but you play Genshin, and then it's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, why do I keep playing this fucking game? I keep questioning it to myself, and I'm like, and I realized I was just playing because it just was because it was a routine. I just, but I felt nothing by doing it. I was just playing it because it's there. It's almost like an itch. You just scratch, you know, without thinking. It just becomes second nature. Oh, time to pick up the controller and do your dailies. That's literally what it felt like. It felt like brushing my teeth. That's what it felt like when I was playing Genshin. I was like an automated process. I wasn't doing it because I was enjoying it. I was doing it because I felt I had to. It's almost like going to a job. Just do it because, oh, I got to work. That's what it felt like. So now I'm not adhered to that. I feel that because I uninstalled it, now I don't feel like it's binding me to it. It's not shackling me to make me play it. Now I don't have to feel like I'm obligated to play it anymore. Now I can like, oh cool, I can do whatever I want now. No more waiting 2 a.m. to, oh, time to do my dailies. Like, no, I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. Yeah, so, nah, I didn't mean to, like, scare you guys off if that's what I did. I apologize. You guys were, like, starting to not like my channel because I was playing Genshin. Like, I do apologize. Like, I don't want to make you guys unhappy either. I like you guys. I do. And I appreciate we share a similar taste, and you guys like the taste in games I have. But I do feel like Genshin's one of those games. It's like, oh, you're playing that game. I'm like, yeah, I'm not particularly proud of it, you know. But at one point I was enjoying it. I really was in the beginning. I was having a lot of fun. I didn't care what anybody thought. But but it's been festering since version 1.4. That's when it hit me first, when I started to get bored. And I noticed that, okay, it'll get a little better. And I kept having optimism. And then I getting really fed up around like 1.8. And then 2.0 came out, and then it kind of brought me back. And then I started noticing, okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. It's reverting back to the way it was before. Oh, look, here comes the big update, and back to the filler shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. And then that's why I took a 3 month break. Okay, maybe I just need a small break. So I took a 2 version update break, came back, and I was like, I was playing, and I was like, okay, it's all right. And then I started seeing it again, and I was like, okay, I'm reverting again. I'm feeling it again. And then after a while, and I started watching people's videos, people complaining about it, saying the game's not fun. Them taking breaks. The biggest streamers I used to watch play Genshin don't really stream it anymore. Like one guy I used to watch, his name was Majestic Gaming, like some Chinese dude. And then I watched another guy called Mtash, and they both had like breakdowns. Like Mtash was like, I'm getting sick of this game. Like, I don't even want to stream it anymore. He took like a 2 week break because he was so burnt out on it. And then Majestic just stopped making content for it. Like, he used to make content every fucking day. And then after a while, he just stopped making content. And I was like, and I think he was getting the same way. He was getting burned out. He was just like, game's not fun anymore, man. It's starting to get real boring. So I was feeling the same way, and so I shared their sentiment. So I was just like, I was just being optimistic too much, and I was like, you know what? Nothing's gonna change. I don't know why I'm trying to be optimistic with Mohoyo, and I know they're not gonna change anything. They're gonna keep doing the same shit they do because that's what makes money. So why do I even bother trying to have hope? I might as well just cut ties and go, you know what? I'm done with you guys. I'm sick of your bullshit. Like, you guys suck. It's the truth. They suck. Mohoyo sucks. Mohoyo is an awful company. They are terrible. They're just greedy son of a bitches. Yeah, Enviosity, I've heard of him. Uh, Teapot decorate. Shit, the only reason I did the teapot was for the rewards, and I just kind of just I don't do shit with the teapot. Again, there's so much shit in Genshin I don't do because it's not interesting to me. I don't care. I really don't care. It's just there. Like it's just like I'm not enjoying it. The stuff I care about doesn't exist in the game. Like I want to do actual in-game content, like besides Spiral. Oh well, that's never gonna fucking happen because we're gonna just have Spiral till the cows come home. Because they think Spiral's good enough. Like, oh, Spiral's gonna be the only end game till fucking they finish the game probably. Still, I'm like, I am sick of fucking Spiral. Oh my god, fuck this thing. I hate it so much. I'm tired of doing it. So, I'm just like, nah, I don't want to do this shit anymore. And the only reason you do it is for the stupid gems. Again, the filler. The thing that it's the little nicotine that keeps you coming back is the goddamn gems. It's always the goddamn gems. That's the only thing holding you to it. If the gems weren't part of it, I would have quit a long time ago. I would have said, you know what? I got nothing holding me to this game. See ya. That's all I did. See, Final Fantasy 11 was doing the same thing at a point too when I started getting tired of it. Was they started having dailies. I'm like, oh, you got to get your daily chest bonus. You got to do your daily end game activity. Just make sure you're efficient with your items because they take 24 hours to restore. I'm like, here we go again with the daily shit. Like, I'm so sick of the daily shit. Like, every game does it now. I'm tired of it. I don't want to do dailies anymore. It's fucking it's chores. I'm tired of doing chores. And it just keeps you in the game, it keeps you spending money for a subscription or whatever. It keeps you playing, but you're not having fun. So it's like, why do you play? And it's because it becomes routine. You just do it habitually without thinking. So I stopped giving my subscription to Final Fantasy 11. I said, you know what? I'm done. I had enough. I'll come back when there's tons of content to do and I actually want to do things. And now I just learned to push myself away from the game. I've done that twice, and 11 does no longer has its grip on me. I played that game for 15 years straight, which is pretty addictive. I've never had a video game have control over me for that long, which is pretty crazy. Playing a single game for 15 years is pretty disgusting. So I was addicted, but I finally pushed away. I was like, nah, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'll come back when I feel like it, and I'll play when I actually want to play. Not because I feel obligated to play, because I'm paying for a subscription. Even I get the subscription free because of my job, and I don't even want to play even when it's free. I don't care. It's like I'd rather not play. I'd rather play when I actually want to play, not because I have a subscription, I might as well play. But I'm not enjoying it, so why play? So I just stopped my subscription. It's like it's not going anywhere. The games, if anything, it actually got better when I left because things got cheaper. I was rich already. I was like I had like hundreds of millions of gil. I could buy anything I wanted in the game. And my money became worth more as I came back 2 years later. So I'm glad I waited. So I got a lot of shit I wanted. Like, oh, cool, I'm even more tricked out now. And then I started getting the burnout again after about 6 weeks. I was like, okay, time for another break. I'll see you guys probably in like 3 or 4 months, maybe, if that. But it feels good to knowing you can just push away and go do something else. Like you don't feel like the game has like a hold over you anymore. Yeah, I think you're right. I think MMORPGs have that addictive nature where they know they got to keep you playing, so they put those roadblocks in the game for you to have to get around to actually play the game. They make it where they give you these incentives to keep you logging in daily, just so you keep playing. They're like, well, if I can give him a login bonus every day, he'll have to log in to get his bonus, and it keeps you spending money on your subscription. So, and then again, people do it without thinking. Oh, it's only $12. It's only $15, and they're doing that every fucking month for months on end, like I was doing. And I got like thousands of dollars in subscriptions if you think about it. After a while, it's like, wow, I'm spending a lot of money on this game. But I wasn't enjoying it after a certain period. I was getting fed up with the game, and I was like, oh man, why am I still playing it? I'm not enjoying it anymore. Now that I'm playing it more sparingly, I at least enjoy it when I'm playing it because I actually want to. And I can actually push away and say, I'm going to go play something else. I'll see you guys in like 6 months. I know a lot of my Final Fantasy 11 watchers, they don't like that I quit. They're like, how come you don't play anymore? I want to watch you play. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to play something that I'm not enjoying it. So you don't want to see me unhappy. So I play when I'm actually in the mood, and it's like, okay, cool. And I know a lot of people like watching me play FF11. When I play FF11, there's always tons of people watching me. So, but I don't play anymore because I've been bored of it. So I'm not gonna play it. Just plain and simple. Oh, oh nice. I've never heard of Furcadia. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Yeah, we were talking about. I'm done with Genshin, Katie, so you don't have to worry about ever coming to Genshin anymore. Genshin has been officially removed from my hard drive. I am no longer playing it. So no more. You will never see Genshin Impact on this channel ever. It's done. No more. The game has been put to rest. So I have purposely pushed myself away from the game. I'm not happy and change something because otherwise I don't want to see just I'm gonna just stop streaming and quit, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, you quit streaming, like, oh my god." I don't want to turn the thing I love into something I hate, video games. You know what I mean? I don't need that. I don't want to ruin my love of video games because I really do love video games. It's one of my biggest passions, and I don't want to destroy my passion. That's the last thing, is turning the thing that you're passionate about into something you loathe, and I don't want that. And the problem is, a lot of games have been making me feel unhappy because I'm not happy with a lot of games the way they're turning out. That's why I don't play fighting games anymore. Honestly, when I play fighting games that I don't like, I get like God, my negativity levels are crazy. And also, I start to just not like fighting games anymore. All when I play fighting games, like current fighting games like DNF Duel, all it does is just make me angry. It just makes I get angry. I get angry. I'm not enjoying it. I'm just frustrated, and there's no white lining to it. It's just all negativity, and I'm just like, why do I want to fester myself around negativity all the time? Where all it does is bring me pain, and I'm like, I don't want to bring that side of me out. And you guys have seen it where I'm not enjoying something, and I'm just like, why do you play it then? If you all you are, it just makes you mad or it makes you unhappy. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Why am I playing this shit? That's why I say, you know what? I feel better when I'm not playing it. When I'm not looking at DNF Duel, I know this is gonna sound kind of weird. I stopped following a ton of people that play fighting games now. I stopped watching them. Like, I literally just left their channels because I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to watch you play other people play fighting games. I don't want to look at these people. There's people I know, and I don't even want to look at them because it just makes me mad. It brings anger out. And I'm just like, oh my god, I don't need this. I'm not happy with current fighting games. I want a good fighting game, but I want to be able to play a fighting game where I feel like I actually want to play it. I want to share it with other people. I want to get people hype about it. I'm not going to be fake about it. I'm tired of the fake shit. I'm not fake. I can't be fake with you guys. I have to be real. Like when I tell you I'm excited about something, I want you to see the genuine me, not just be like, oh, I'm just playing because it gets the numbers. I played DNF Duel. When the first beta first came out, I was pretty hyped. I had high expectations, like way too high of expectations. And then I played the second beta. I'm like, okay, I hope this gets a little better. And then I started having doubts. And then the game came out, and I really started having doubts. And I was like, yeah, the honeymoon just it just fucking just went nosedived hard. It's like, yeah, I hate this game. I don't even want to look at it. You know what? I don't even want to play it. You know what? I don't even want to try it. See ya. I just gave up because I wasn't enjoying it. It is boring. Yeah, FF11 still gets updates, believe it or not. FF11 just got, yeah, but I'm not kidding. Let me show you. You want to see? I will show you. Believe it or not, Final Fantasy 11 still gets updated to this day. Hey, look, it's a login camp. Jesus, another one? God, we just had this one. Oh my god. Came out like in June. We already got another one. God damn, they're throwing this game out like candy, dude. Another logging campaign. Jesus, dude. For fucking 2.5 weeks. Man, they're desperate for people getting back into this game. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's what I'm waiting for. This is what I'm waiting for right here. August brings the all-new battle content known as Sortie. Adjustments to the and monthly update. Okay, this is the new end game that they're gonna introduce. It's gonna be the final. This is the big final update. This is gonna be the new end game area. That's gonna introduce the new Imperial 119 update. I'm looking forward to this update, so I'm actually kind of interested. I might come back to 11 now because this is coming out. I actually want to do this because I'm actually interested in this. So I'm gonna keep watching this. So yeah, give me something to play. I'm glad I looked this up. I didn't realize this is coming out already. So I might actually come back to this. Hey, give me something to do in August because I got no games. So I guess August might be Final Fantasy 11 month. Finally, this damn thing after God knows how many years is finally coming out. They've been talking about this update for like a long ass time, and it's finally gonna happen. Now I have a reason to actually go back. We'll see. I might come back for the login campaign on August 5th, so might want to check it out. Cool. All right. That's actually good news. All right, Sora, no problem. Same tier list, same 3 games, same everything. Yeah, you're kidding. Fucking fighting games aren't interesting to watch. You're totally right. Fighting games, I think, have become more boring and more streamlined than ever before. Like, honestly, it's not interesting watching people fight fighting games anymore. You don't see any creativity because there is none to behold. There's no creativity to be found because one, everybody's out to win. It's all about winning. So people play and do all the optimal shit. They're very meta focused. So they do what the meta is. Everybody plays the same way. And the game doesn't let you play any other way because there is no other way. So Guess what? Things get stale. So you don't see anybody playing uniquely. You see one, like, I'll be honest, like I got sick of playing Striker, and I like Striker's playstyle. Striker's a very aggressive character, right? You know, she was like, oh, she's like Jam. You know, she's supposed to be like the Jam of the game, but like stupid OP. But you know, I got so sick of this bitch. I'm glad this game is going down. Like you see it, you see the. I'm actually happy this is going down. Like this game is dropping. I don't know if you notice. This game is crashing. I'm actually happy. I'm glad to see the reviews are tanking. This game is tanking. I'm like, thank you. People are waking up and realizing this game is trash. I'm actually happy that the people are coming over like, wait a minute, I'm not liking this too much. Like, good. Holy shit, people have standards. People are actually like concerned. Like, I'm actually glad that it's like, wow, it's not a lost cause. Like, people actually give a shit and actually want to actually criticize the game and go, yeah, this game's got problems. I don't like it. I'm like, I don't blame you. You should be vocal. Express your disgust. You should. Now look at the player base online. I couldn't believe like how much this game has dropped. Like, look, I'll show you. Show you guys. Like, look how bad Dean Abdul has dropped in player base. Look at this. Like, holy crap! This game's been out for a month. It's just like Jesus. Like, that's bad. What the fuck happened? Like, holy shit. Like, I'm just like, wow. Like, where did the player base go? It's a month. Holy crap. It just tells you right there the game is like, my God, this game is crashing. I'm actually glad. I'm glad this game is crashing and burning. I hope it does. Because I know this sounds like I'm being a negative Nancy. And I know I sound like I'm being kind of like like somebody that wants chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. You know why I want to see it fail? I want to see it fail because I think that's the only way they're going to learn. That's the only way these companies will learn is by tasting failure. Failing so fucking hard where, it's like they have to re examine themselves and go, oh, well, maybe we need to try harder. You think? That's how I feel. That's why I want to see these companies fail. I want to see them crash and burn. I want to see them just have to be humble and be like, hey, we need to try harder. Yes, you do. You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever watched that Bloodstain video with Iga Rashi when he talks about people were criticizing a game because it looked like poop, and he took that criticism he took it like a man, and he realized that, you know what, I'm gonna make this game not poop. I don't know if you watched that. Like that shit's hilarious, but at the same time, I actually commended him for that shit. Let's see, commercial, not poop. What's it? Yeah, I think it's this one. I remember this shit was funny. I was laughing when he. But I was laughing because people were making fun of him on Twitter, and he actually made a video where he talks about that. Yeah, like, yeah, right here. This part right here. Like, people are like making fun of the game because it looks so bad, and then he turns around and says, "You know what? It's not poop." Oh man, I will prove them wrong. When he did that, I was like, that to me took a lot to like correct the fans and say, hey man, I admit I fucked up. We fucked up. We need to try harder. And like that was awesome. He took that and like turned it into like a commercial, making fun of himself, realizing that the game needs to look better. Like we need better standards, and it's like good. This is what happens when people complain, and why developers should take criticism to heart. Realizes like, hey, the game needs to be better. Like stop making it shit. Like listen to the fans because the fans know what they're talking about. The fans care, and it's like you can't just ignore your fans. Their fans are going to keep your goddamn game alive. And if your fans think your game is crap, and they're like, "Hey, we need to see this," and you just ignore it, well, then your game's gonna die. See ya, goodbye. I'll go play something else. But yeah, this is why I want to see companies like this fail. That's why I don't like seeing Arc System Works succeed right now. I really don't. I hope they fail because I think they're going down a path that I don't want to see happen. I think they're compromising their integrity of their games way too much just to appeal to shareholders and corporate and like, oh, we need to make the game accessible so that everybody likes it. We're thinking in terms of money. That's what they're thinking of. They're not thinking in terms of making a good game. They're thinking of terms of what's going to bring in the most money. So we need to make our game accessible so everybody loves our game. That's their mindset. And it's like, well, the game's going to suffer because of it. So now you have an inferior product with that mindset. And that's why your game sucks. Yeah, their content's crap too. Like look at DNF Duel's content. Like it has a story mode. I mean, as a bare minimum, like okay, it's still inferior to other games. Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest problem with DNF Duel is lack of defense options. Lack of options in general. There needs to be more options. There needs to be like I think there needs to be EX moves. There needs to be multiple supers. I think there needs to be like parry mechanic or something. There needs to be more defensive blocking measures. Maybe a shield. There needs to be more. It's so bare bones. There's no burst because in a game that has touch of death combos, you have no bursts. Like, are you kidding me? How could you not have a burst in a game like that? Like, come on, dude. You have to. Skullgirls has it. Touch of death game. And even that game has a pseudo burst. It's like, come on, dude. But yeah, I think Arc System Works puts like in terms of content is really bare bones. They're like Strive's online is fucking awful in terms of like loading. You ever notice how long it takes for Strive to load just from the beginning of the game to get into network mode? How fucking long it takes? It's like 3 minutes. It's like holy shit, what is wrong with this thing? The calibration's terrible. Like DNF Duel at least doesn't have that problem. I will say DNF Duel netcode is far superior to Strive's. But the problem with DNF Duel is it's not very good. It's just like Strive. They're both not good games. Strive just doesn't play like Guilty Gear. That's just the plain honest truth. And DNF Duel just has problems that are just killing the game. Like I said, you're gonna just scare everybody away, and they're just gonna be like, "All right, this whole game's just becoming a cancerous meta game." You're literally just gonna see, Swiftmaster is just controlling the whole meta because he's the best character. He's in his own tier. He's so broken. Just everybody's gonna be using Swiftmaster. Strives at lobbies are fucking awful. I can at least tolerate DNF Duel's lobbies. DNF Duel's lobbies at least look presentable. Fucking Strive's lobbies just look awful. Nobody likes Strive's lobbies. And it doesn't even function that good anyway, so that's even worse. It's like, not only do you have a shitty lobby, you have a shitty looking lobby, you don't even make it work that good. So it's like, wow, you failed on two counts. Execution, you failed, and the uh, the aesthetic, you failed. So good, you failed on both fronts. Good job. Yeah, I know. I agree, Onward. I wish these companies would smell like wake up and smell the coffee, man. Just be like, what's going on, man? Like, why can't you change for the better? Why do you keep making shitty games? I want to have faith in these games. I'd love to play them and actually speak highly of them. Melty Blood was another one. I wanted to like Type Lumina, but look at this game. Same fucking thing. This one's just as bad as DNF Duel. I think DNF Duel's heading to failure faster than this game is. Like, this game actually had more people after a month. DNF Duel's actually doing worse than Type Lumina. If you look at the trend, I think DNF Duel is actually tanking faster than Type Lumina. I'd rather play Type Lumina than DNF Duel the way in the current state it is. Yeah, I agree. I want to see someone else step up to the plate and show them what's up. Like, hey, it's like that's why I have faith in Chaos Code because Chaos Code, it's not the most visually appealing game. It's decent. It has decent graphics, but this company cares about the gameplay. They actually because they realize that they have to try. They're a small team. The guy is very passionate. He realizes that hey, the only way this game is gonna make it is if I gotta do better. So he doesn't compromise the game's integrity. He's making a game that his brother loved. He's not compromising the identity, turning it into something that it shouldn't be. He's just making just a good fighting game. Just let it be. Let it be. Stop trying to turn it into something it isn't. I would have hated this game if it was like, oh, easy accessibility, auto combos, and all that. I would have been like, oh, fuck this game. I would have shot it. I would have shot it. I'd be like, wow, sell out much? You have no faith in your product, apparently. This game obviously has to try harder. It's got the gameplay. The gameplay is down pat. It's got that down to a fucking T. Like, it's not worried. Things I worry about is like, hey, is it going to be content rich? Is it going to have rollback netcode? Is it going to have crossplay? You really need to make your game sell. Where you offer something and you're like, this game has it all. And people will come to it. And your product will strut its muscle because it's a good game. People will go to it if you have what they want. Just because it's not well known, it's not a I know an IP like it's like DBZ, doesn't mean it can't succeed. It just means you got to try harder. What are you talking about? Abyss, I'm done, man. I uninstalled it. How can I play Abyss? I didn't even do my dailies. I installed, man. It's gone, man. Oh, we're done. Genshin's done, dude. I'm done. I'm not going back. What's up, Samurai? I haven't seen you in a while. Man, look at all you guys coming back, man. Man, did you like see the title and were like, dude, did the second coming of Jesus happen? Like, dude, you guys just came here in droves, dude. Like, what happened? There's so many of you here. Like, I looked at this, like, why are there like 15 people here? I was like, man, you guys must. I tell you, man, that title must have grabbed your eye. Like, holy shit, he's finally leaving. Like, thank praise be Allah, he's leaving that stupid game. That must have been the thing, man. That must have been the thing. All you guys were probably thinking, like, praise be Allah. He fucking quit. Like, oh my god. Like, why didn't you guys tell me this sooner? Like, holy shit, why didn't you guys say something? You guys should have said something. Like, express your concern. Like, I don't blame you. You probably would have helped me quit quicker. Because I would have been like, I'm not happy with the game. Like, why am I still playing it? You probably would have helped me motivate quick and quit sooner. Instead of pretending to have false hope. I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to you and YouTube. I'm streaming on two channels at once. I do restream. I'm streaming to both sites at the same time. So I'm talking to both of you guys. Well, well, I did to a degree, but I'll be honest, it was been downhill for a while, man. I mean, it's been downhill. It really has. I mean, I've been complaining a lot. I've complained a lot about Mahoyo. It's just it was getting to the point where the fact that the first time I took a break and the second time I said, okay, I'm just not going to stream during the week. I cut out my daily stream of Genshin completely. I said weekend stream only for Genshin. I was like, okay, so I'll just play on the weekends. And then could have been a sign right there because the fact that I wasn't even streaming it on the weekdays. And I was telling myself, okay, well, if I just do my dailies offline, it won't feel as bad because I don't want to stream and have you watch me do dailies for like an hour or 30 minutes and just me log off. So I did my dailies off stream, but it still was bothering me. And I was like, okay, I'm still unhappy even though I've lowered my frequency of the game. I'm still because it feels like again I'm obligated to play it and I don't want to. No different than 11. I am paying for a subscription. I'm obligated to play it, so I kept playing when I didn't want to. So I wasn't happy, dude. I really wasn't. But I figured you guys would have noticed that I wasn't streaming during the week anymore, and you're probably wondering like, why doesn't he stream anymore? Like that's why, because I was no reason to. Why? Nobody wants to watch me do dailies. Yeah, well, I don't blame you, Samurai. I was trying to have hopes. I was trying to look at it at a deeper level. I was thinking, oh, the cancel system might be really deep, and then I was saying, oh, there's the magic right there. And then I noticed how gimped it was, and I was like, okay, it's not a very good mechanic, and it's only limited in very certain situations. So I'm like, okay, it's not very good. And then I started getting really pessimistic about it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this game's gonna flop. Like I did a quick 180 after like 3 days. I was trying to be hopeful, but then I realized how slow they were on the updates. They're not listening. They're not going to change anything. I promise you. The only thing you're going to see in the future is they're going to be like, oh, here comes the next 4 DLC character for season pass. That's all they're going to say. That's all they're going to say. Nothing else. It's just going to be like they're going to keep the game the way it is, not change anything, add characters. You're going to have to wait till season 2, and they maybe change a minor thing or two. Oh, we just put plus frames on this and minus frames on. That's what they're going to do. It's going to be the most just yawn update. And I'm like, oh, joy, the game is exactly the fucking same. Who would have fucking thought it? Oh, we didn't add any mechanics. Jeez, who would have thought that wasn't going to come? Like, that's exactly what I'm going to say. It's like, yep. Oh, that wishful thinking. I'm sure it's going to pay off. Not. It ain't going to do anything. Yeah, I mean, it's a better Grand Blue. That's all it is. I like the movement better than Grand Blue, but essentially it is another Grand Blue. Just more Kusage. But yeah, I agree. I think it's just an awful game. All new Arc System Works games are just bad. I don't like DBZ. I don't like Cross Tag Battle. I don't like Strive. I don't like DNF Duel. I don't like any of them. I think they're all shitty games. The only games I like from Arc System Works that's new, and it's not even new, it's Central Fiction. Central Fiction and Zerd were like the last good Arc System Works games. After that, Arc System Works just went downhill. That is truth. That is absolute truth. Those are the last two great games of Arc System Works. After that, it just crashed. It's like, oh man, the downfall of Arc System Works is so sad. No, I said DBZ. I said DBZ. DBZ isn't a fucking good game. The game's awful. He was a fucking broken ass mess. Game caught. You can thank DBZ for this mess. The whole reason why Arc System Works is garbage now is because of DBZ. You can thank DBZ for that one. DBZ changed Arc System Works. They got a taste of that money. They got a taste of, oh, we need to make our games more simplified. We need to make our games. It put them on the map. And it's like, okay, now we're going to apply that logic to all our games now. And that's why all the games after that sucked. Because they simplified everything past that point. Guilty Gear got simplified. Blaze Blue got simplified. DNF Duels, obviously they had some say in that shit. So it's like, oh, thanks, DBZ. Thanks for just shitting on all future games with your glorious shit that no one likes. That non fighting game, I would say non Guilty Gear, non Arc System Works players love. Because the majority that are not Arc System Works players love that shit. Because it's catering to them. You got a lot of the Street Fighter crowd jumping into Strive. They love it. Because it's like, oh yeah, because it plays like Street Fighter. They love it. It's totally up their alley. Oh, look at this. I'm like, oh, yay. My biggest fear confirmed. Street Fighter community is going to take over Strive. I'm telling you, man, you want to see the nail in the coffin? You want to see me scream in pain? It's the day. If you mark the day if it ever happens. Woe's be the day if we ever see Ryu or Akuma is a character in Strive. The minute you see that, be like, oh yes, we have officially went to the dark side. We have officially, yep, we're done. As an Arc System Works just said, fuck it. We're sellouts. We don't care anymore. Yep, we're catering to the majority. Oh man. Whew. If I ever saw that, I'd be just shaking my head in disgust. Be like, my fucking God. Trust me, if it happens, that is going to be a dark day. I would puke my brains out. I don't mind Street Fighter being in games like Tekken, which makes sense. But to me, that's just a shameless cash grab. That's as bad as Ryu being in Fortnite. It's like, oh boy. Let's put Ryu in Fortnite. Because why? It's just what the fuck is wrong with these people? Holy shit. You think so? You think Persona 4 Arena was the downfall? I thought Persona 4 Arena, yeah, I didn't like the auto combos, but at least the auto combo was limited to one button. It was just A. And the A could actually deviate into other strings. So I didn't mind it too much. It was okay. It definitely wasn't as complex as Blaze Blue. But I wouldn't say it caused a downfall. I wouldn't say it wasn't Persona 4. I think it's DBC. I think DBC ruined Arc System Works. Nah, I'd have to disagree with you on that one. But yeah, Zerd was the pinnacle of Arc System Works. Maybe not the pinnacle, but it was the last good times of Arc System Works. Central Fiction and Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2. High points in our system works career. Like, oh my god, greatness. And then just seeing it turn into shit. Yeah, I agree. I did think Persona Ultimax had some interesting stuff. Yeah, definitely the card system, the personas, of course, the status effects. That was very cool. They did that pretty awesome. And having like fear, confused, paralyzed. Like, that's cool. Like that's cool. I like that. That's pretty neat in a fighting game. They adapted that very well into the game. Like I said, dude, just yeah, just one of those things. Though, yeah, I'm just not happy. Just being honest. But now that I've let a burden off my back, I've let multiple burdens off my back. You should see me in better spirits now. So now that I actually I'll play games I actually want to play. So let's play some other games that might be good. You never know. You know, give me a chance to explore other things now. I don't feel so tied to fucking Genshin. I can actually play other stuff. So when I stream tomorrow. I don't know. I think my friends are gonna be over till like 10 o'clock. So I don't know exactly what time I'll be on. Probably by 10 I'll be streaming. Maybe 11. It depends. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'll see what I'm gonna stream next. Like I said, I could play. Yeah, I mean, I can go back to Crosscode. I could try out that Little Witch in the Forests game. There's a couple games in here I could play. I could go back to Rabby Ribby. We'll see. Yeah, we'll do something. Something. I don't know yet. I gotta see. I gotta look through my list and see what I want to play next. But yeah, I think with the update for Final Fantasy 11 happening next week, I might go back to it just to experience it. If it's what I think it is. As long as I know they're going to introduce what I want to see, I'll come back. But if not, I'll just wait until the following month. Yeah, we'll just figure out something to play. So we'll see what's up. We'll find something. I'm not playing Fall Guys. I don't play that shit. Fall Guys. I don't play that shit. That ain't me. I don't know that guy. But yeah, as far as like I said, I mean, as far as fighting games though, if it's not Persona 4 Ultimax rollback or this game, or even the new Hell versus game, and Ease Laugh plus plus, I don't really care about anything else. I'm hoping Melty Blood Season 2 actually makes a meaningful update. I hope it's not a garbage update like Season 1, because Season one's update was so fucking lame. That update was, all they did was double down on the RPS, and I was like, you fucking idiots, man. Like, I hated when they did that shit. I was like, are you trying to troll your customers? Because that was pretty stupid. So I am not exactly confident with season two changes. Don't be surprised if the season two is still shit. They don't do anything meaningful. I would like them to prove me wrong. I would like to say, oh wow, the changes actually changed the game. Like it actually is fun now. But I don't know. That's me being hopeful. But don't be surprised if they deliver and fail magnificently. I hope Sasuke comes back. I mean, honestly, dude, the characters aren't the concern. The characters are not the concern. I don't care about the characters. The characters are not the important issue. The issue is the gameplay. That's what matters. The characters you can add all the characters you want to. You're blue in the face. It doesn't fix the game. It's like putting a band-aid fix on a game that's like, oh, don't pay attention to the giant scratch on your car. Look at how pretty it is over here. You know, that's what it feels like. You're misleading the product. You're telling someone to look over that way when they should be. But what about this over here? Like, oh no, don't worry about that. Yeah, worry about this. Yeah. Well, I told you the gameplay fundamentals are bad. I don't like the. I don't like. I went into super detail about this in. I went into like. I think what I'm asking for is very reasonable. I don't think I'm being outlandish. Yeah, I put it in the discussion up here. Like, do you regret buying this? And people are trying to flame me down, and I'm like, and this is what I said. This is exactly what I said. Said, don't see how changing the game to redo the entire game from scratch. I'm not asking for that. Simple facts. One, change RPS shield. I don't mind the fact that shield exists. I'm not saying to get rid of it. I'm just saying it needs to function differently. The way it functions now is flawed as hell. First of all, it shouldn't be free. It should cost meter. Second, I don't want the RPS system in it. I want it to be gone. It should just be a normal parry mechanic like it was in Actress Again. Change it to that. Cost meter, similar to Actress Again. Two, Moondrive. I don't. It needs to not be at half or full meter. It should be full meter only, so it's not so frequent. Also, I still think the slowdown effect is awful. I don't like the fact that it stops the entire game. So you can basically pause button the game so you can interrupt anything anyone does by just pause button, and it's like, god damn it. It's just like it ruins the flow. I don't like the flow. That horribly fucks with the flow of the game. I don't like the armor moves. I think the armor moves are fucking broken as fuck because they have infinite points of armor. So basically, if you just armor through somebody, it's just you're completely invincible. So sure, you take white damage, whatever. It doesn't matter though. You're gonna win the exchange every time. And people just spam armor moves when you're in Moondrive. So it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna run away because there's no point challenging you because I'm gonna lose. And then auto combos. Nobody wants auto combos. Get rid of them. Just take it out. Or make it where only the A button can auto combo, just like Persona. If you could fix those four things fundamentally, you would fix the game. The game would be enjoyable. I I fucking guarantee it. Yeah, I agree. I think the frequency is fucking ridiculous on the Moondrive. Way too much. It's like candy, man. You do it all the time. It needs to not be like every 15 seconds. It's just ridiculous how often it happens. So if you fixed all those problems, I think the game would be amazing. Like, I like the movement. I like the option select. I like the game. It's just these things ruin it. Like I said, and what I'm asking for is not a giant overhaul of the game. I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for things to be put in place to make the game more balanced or make the game more reasonable. Like I said, nobody likes the RPS shield. Nobody does. Anybody that says the RPS shield is amazing is full of shit. Because it isn't. I like parry mechanics. I just don't like the way it's implemented in this game. It's terrible. It's the go-to move when, oh, look, somebody's pressuring me, better parry. Like, I can't pressure you. Because the parry is just the fuck you button all the time. And even when you parry correctly, you're going into an RPS exchange. Every time. And I'm just like, okay, this is stupid. I don't like this. It's too much. And you could and it literally can go into an infinite RPS battle. You can literally just go back and forth RPS all fucking day. It's not hype. It's not. That'd be like Blitz Shield and Guilty Gear Xrd having no meter, and you just Blitz Shield all you want. That'd be pretty stupid. But since it's only like you have to use 25% of your meter, it's not like, oh, it's a brain dead option. No, you're spending resources. So if you don't do it right or you miss, like, well, you're not only going to eat it, you're going to take meter loss, which is fine. I'm fine with that. You should get punished for that. But it seems like when you miss a parry in this game, there's really not that much repercussion. Because you recover so fast from it. So it's like, okay, whatever. But like I said, I think they need to get rid of the RPS. These, I think, are the biggest things that need to change. These are the big ones. This one's probably the least that needs to be changed. Also, I don't like the auto combos. I just think the auto combos are counterintuitive to the gameplay. Nobody does auto combos because they want to. You know, they do auto combos because they're there. You know, and sometimes you can't avoid them because the way the button press system works. So there's times where you're kind of doing a pressure string and you accidentally hit one button 2 times. Here comes the auto combo. I didn't mean to do that, but nope, it's gonna come out. It fucks with you really bad. So I just think there's just these things. Honestly, it's not. I don't think I'm asking for that much. These could be a godsend of a change, like how much the game would transform into a real multiplayer game. I think people would love it if they saw these changes. They'd be like, "Oh my god, the game feels so much better. Like it feels like a real game." You know, but I don't know if they're gonna do it. That's the thing. Yeah, auto combos on every button is fucking god awful. Seriously, auto combos on every button, it feels ridiculously stupid. Like, whoever thought that was a good idea should literally be fired. Like, seriously, nobody thought that was a good idea. I don't mind it on one button. A button is fine. You want to button mash A, go for it. I'm okay with A. A does the least amount of damage, and I can understand that being for one button. But for every goddamn button, it feels awful. And again, it's counterintuitive. A lot of times it fucks you up. But yeah, it's just sad. It's really sad seeing this game. But yeah, but we'll see if they listen. It's just sad seeing this game become a former shell of itself. It's just like, wow, you had a great franchise that people adored, and you just fucked it up. These reviews are bullshit. These are not real reviews. This should be mixed. That's not very positive. This is not a very positive. Anybody that sits there and tells you this game is amazing is full of shit. They must not play fighting games. But you know what? I'd rather play this than play um, DNF. This game feels a lot better. Well, I just think ultimately people don't like auto combos. I don't see how removing it would piss people off. If anything, I think you would get praise. I think a lot of people would praise it. I think a lot of people would feel a lot more, think more positive of it if they did it. I mean, I hope we hear an announcement because I forgot Evo's next week. So I wouldn't be surprised if this game gives an announcement at Evo for season two. Maybe we'll see the next two characters at Evo. Never know. Yeah, I gave it a mix. I put it down. Like, see, I wrote my review and I was kind of just criticizing the crap out of it. And I put enough time. I put 75 hours on this game, so I think my criticism is valid. You know, it's just it has problems. I'm sorry. You know, the shield. You know, I complained about the shielding, moon drive, armor moves, I don't know, and the rollback is not good. I'm sorry. The rollback in this game is really badly implemented. It's not very good rollback. And the season one updates didn't do shit. So I'm sorry. You know, there's too many flaws for me to forgive it. Like you have a good base. Like the movement, the speed of the game feel great. Like it's a very snappy game. I love how snappy it is. But I don't like all the options in the game. Just feel fucking awful. They really do. It brings the game down. The enjoyment factor goes down. I can't play the game at a very at a level that I would like to play it. Where it's like, okay, this game can be deep, you know, if you could fix the problems that I think are make it not deep. Like auto combos do not make games deep. Auto combos just make things more frustrating to deal with. You know, same thing with wake up moon drive and frequency, and then just look now these mechanics shadow the whole fucking game because everybody just wakes up moon drive and shields all day because that's the whole meta. That's the whole set play is those two moves. The whole set play is around those two fucking mechanics. So everybody does it. So it gets old quick. The game gets boring. Like, there's no reason not to do it because it's so freely available. It's like, you always have it up. So there's no reason not to do it. So that's what I'm just saying. I mean, this game has issues. I want to see it do well. I had a lot of hopes for this game. I really did. I was hoping this game was going to be like the second coming of Christ for fighting games. Like, I really thought this game was like, all right, the Strive Killer, but it wasn't. It was sadly wasn't. It's better than Strive by a mile, but it's got problems, and the problems make the game not fun. I think it brought the game down as a whole. The accessibility with the RPS and the auto combos really brought the game down as a whole. You pissed off a lot of the fans, that's for sure. A lot of the Melty Blood fans are not happy about that. And I don't blame them. I'd be pissed too. I'm not like hardcore Melty Blood, but I definitely played Melty Blood since day one. I played every iteration. And this is by far the worst multiplayer in terms of like mechanics. The previous games, at least I could forgive it because they were their first of their kind. The very first multiplayer was a mess, but it grew into something greater. This game feels like, man, they took a few steps back with certain things. But we'll see. I am not holding my breath. I hope. I would love to be wrong. Please prove me wrong. Like, please give me. I for this once would like to be wrong. If 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 French bread can prove me wrong and actually say, hey, we listened and we changed the game for our fans because we want people to love our game. If they do that, I'd be fucking amazed. It's like, holy shit, they actually listened. Like, are they going to listen? Or are they going to double down and say, we don't fucking care what you guys think? You know what? We're going to make the RPS even more RPS. I'll be like, oh my fucking God. Because that's what they did last time. That's what they did last time. They doubled down on their RPS. Oh, we made RPS even easier. I'm like what? Nobody asked for this. Why? Why did you make RPS easier now? That's not what we wanted. Like, that's what nobody wanted. Literally, when I saw that update, I was just like, the fuck is wrong with you guys? What, really? You made the RPS easier? Like, oh God. Like, this is so stupid. If I had a choice, if you put me in a room and I had to choose between Melty Blood, Tide Lumina, Guilty Gear Strive, or or DNF Duel, I mean, obvious I would choose Melty Blood. I'm not stupid. I would totally choose Melty Blood out of those three games. No questions asked. It's the margin between the three is huge. Melty Blood is leagues better than both of those games. Leagues better in terms of gameplay. Now, for netcode, I have to give it to DNF Duel. DNF Duel has the best netcode. That's the only thing I would say that Melty Blood fails at spectacularly. Is the netcode is bad. That's something I can't, in good conscience, give Melty Blood. It's got bad netcode. It's terrible. It's one-sided rollback. It's not well implemented. But yeah, as far as if we're just talking about a gameplay level, yeah, Melty Blood wins, hands down. I'd rather play Melty Blood than any of those other games. Strive is probably the worst of the three. I could at least play DNF Duel to a degree, but even then, DNF Duel gets on my nerves quick too. Strive gets on my nerves the quickest. Melty Blood, probably I could tolerate to a degree, but I still hate the bullshit. Nah, they said the desync of the one side is still happens. It's still not fixed. I don't know if you read the patch notes because they talked about what they're doing in the new patch notes. Trying to find it. They put a bunch of lists. I forgot what they said exactly. I forgot where I saw it from. I know they have the one with the DLC, but yeah, the patch notes had a lot of shit in it. I don't remember where I saw it. I thought I posted it on my thing, but I guess I did. Yeah, moon styles was pretty awesome. Having multiple moon styles for different set play, that's pretty cool. I don't like Skullgirls. I think Skullgirls is pretty cancerous of a game. I'm not big on Marvel games. It's pretty much a Marvel game. I don't like Marvel. Like let Skullgirls be what it wants. I mean, I'm happy for it that it's a game that I'm shocked it's still getting support, which is pretty awesome. But that game is really cancerous. Holy shit. That game is just reset central, man. Holy crap, man. There's so much resets in that game. It's like one frame resets after one frame resets. It's like, holy shit. It is so bad. Like, it's hard. That game requires perfection to play. Like, it's definitely a little much for me. I like crazy games, but I think that's a little too crazy for me. It's a little too much. I'm just not a fan of Marvel games. I never liked Marvel vs. Capcom. Like I play it, but I played it at a very low level, and I never wanted to get good at it. I don't know. It's so extreme with the Kusage. It's just too much. Like it just goes way too far right. Like I like Kusage. Like Persona Kusage, I think is more reasonable. It's still pretty bad, but I think Marvel just goes to a whole degree of Kusage, where it's just like, holy shit. Like, you better know Touch of Death in this game, or you're not getting anywhere. Like, the whole game is just a Touch of Death fest. Melty Blood is, and Skullgirls is exactly the same. The only difference is it's more resets. It's more, it's getting you in that combo into a one frame reset, back into a combo, literally, and just resetting you to death. It's literally what it is. Just tons of one frame resets. Oh, Project L, on my League of Legends. Oh yeah, I agree. I think Multi Blood type Lumina is not a good game in its current state, but it can be fixed. That's the thing. I have the highest degree of faith compared to Melty Blood, Guilty Gear Strive, and DNF Duel. Melty Blood has the best chance of being saved in terms of a game. In terms of the gameplay, Melty Blood can be fixed. Strive cannot be fixed. Strive is done. I have no hope in Strive being fixed. I have zero hope DNF Duel is going to be fixed. I really have no hope. But looking at all three games, I think Melty Blood has the best chance out of the three. I already think Guilty Gear is a lost cause. Guilty Gear Strive is never going to change. We're already into 2 seasons in, and they barely changed anything. They have already got their vision. It is clear. Guilty Gear Strive is not a Guilty Gear game. It is never going to be a Guilty Gear game. It is something else. It is not not what the original Guilty Gear players want. It's obviously not for us. Yeah, I know. It is boring. I tell people that all the time. Strive is boring to watch, boring to play. It's for people that don't play fighting games. If you don't play fighting games, you'll love it because you're going to be like, it's going to be different to you. For people that play fighting games on a very deep level, they're gonna see how shallow it is. You go, this game doesn't have a lot to it. It really doesn't. Everybody feels homogenized in that game. I know people say no, they don't. Like, yeah, they do. Look at the flowchart that every character uses. They're all the same flowchart. That's not lie. That's not a lie. Every character in Guilty Gear Strive has the same string flowchart. You apply the same logic to every fucking character. Every character follows the rules the same fucking way. Always kick into command normal, slash into hard slash, ducking slash into ducking hard slash, kick into dust. It's always the same. It doesn't change. They look what they did with season 2 patch change when they gave everybody a dash cancel. Oh, you know that dash cancel that May does and Soul does? Well, we made everybody do it now. I'm like, oh, okay, well, oh yeah, that was so original. Like, it's like the laziest way to implement change into a game. Oh yeah, you know that cool thing that character has? Let's just let everybody have it. I'm like, what? Like, if that's not homogenized, I don't know what that is then. Yeah, it is strike through. You ever notice that? Uh, Also, even people say the same thing about DNF Duel. DNF Duel strike throw. You notice that? It's just strike throw. It's totally strike throw. Like, they're right. It's like, wow, both games do the same thing. Both strike throw. They're strike throw games. I was like, so they're honestly, like, the more you see those games, you're like, wow, they have a similar pattern. Like, God, man, it's kind of disgusting when you dissect it even further and you realize how uninteresting and shallow the games are. And then you get people that try to defend that shit. Like, it's like, oh my God, you just don't know how deep it is. This shit ain't deep. Like, oh my God, stop saying it's deep. It's not. Yeah, they've taken out a lot of the characters' gimmicks. All the gimmicks are gone. All character gimmicks are fucking butchered, man, or non-existent. Foss, like, lost half his tool set. Like, Foss does not have... He doesn't have his crazy throw anymore. He has that stupid setup throw. The other throw was way faster and way better. He doesn't have his pogo stick with all his different pogo variations. His trap door was way better than those straw men. The scarecrows. Those are fucking god awful. Uh, he lost two. He lost a super. I don't like his wheelchair, so it's funny. I like the one where he stabs you and does the poncho. And I like that there's kind of like a random, like, pick the wrong box type deal. I thought that was kind of neat. Where it kind of, I really thought that was a cool mechanic. It could actually benefit you or hurt you. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It just, oh my God, it just streamlined everything. It just makes the character so much more boring. Oh, fucking stupid ass. Hold on a second. It's still punishable on it. That's awful, man. Oh, you know that move that hit? Well, it doesn't matter. If you hit with it, you still punishable. What's the point of it then? That is hilarious. A move that hits that's risky is makes you punishable on it. Not the other person makes you punishable on it. The fuck is that? That is so bad. Like, and they wonder why Foss is one of the worst characters in the game. Like, holy shit, man. Foss is such a joke. Strive, dude. He's such a shell of his former self. Like, Foss used to be a force to be reckoned with. Foss was scary in fucking Guilty Gear. Xrd Rev 2 is amazing. You know, even his iterations in XX, you know, way better. And then this one, it's like, wow, he's fucking lame. He's super fucking lame. Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit. I mean, the game is still bad. I don't care if he's more unique than the rest of the cast. The game's still fucking terrible. It doesn't feel good to play. Honestly, when you play Guilty Gear, when you move, when you hit buttons, it doesn't feel good. It feels like molasses when you play. It feels like you're going through tar when you're fucking moving in that game and hitting things. It's like everything feels like you're doing a John Wayne hook punch. It's like, it's like you feel like, you know, like you're a gorilla. Like everybody punches like a gorilla. And it's like so much recovery and all those negative frames. Holy shit. So much negative frames. Everything is negative frame. I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, it feels awful. Like, I noticed when one person pointed that out, it's like, man, there's a lot of negative frames in this game. Like, yeah, you're right. I never noticed that. When I was thinking of the terminology, I didn't know how to say it. Somebody said it, like, you're right. Everything feels so risky to use. Like, even general kicks don't feel safe. Like, you do a slash or hard side, it's sometimes not safe. Because by the time you recover, they can hit you back. It's like, oh my god, like, you don't use certain moves. Certain characters can get away with it. But, yeah, it just seems like they encourage you abusing certain moves because of fast recovery. So basically, like, look at, what's his name? Happy Chaos. You know, he always cancels into his gun because it makes him safe. So it's like, as long as you always cover his normals with his gun, he's okay. You know, so again, they make it spammable. So they make the whole toolkit revolve around that move. There's no reason to do any of the moves by themselves because they leave you open otherwise. Yeah, I don't like the stopgap bullshit. I told people that when I did my review of Guilty Gear Strive. I told them, man, it feels like a game of red light, green light. Constantly red light, green light. It's always stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. All the time. When you're doing pressure, it feels so bad. It's like, hold on, let me do my two hits. Okay, now it's your turn. Now you do your two hits. Okay, now it's my turn. That's what it feels like. It's really just stop, go pressure. It really feels disjointed all the time. Like, there's no consistent pressure unless your character's like, you know, Soul, who could just spam slash because slash connects into slash, which is just stupid. Or Happy Chaos because, you know, he could do like kick, forward kick, or whatever, that two-hit kick into forward punch into gun, and then do it again. I'm like, oh god, it's so dumb. It's like, ugh. No, it's called Street Fighter Strive with the occasional Roman cancel. That's basically what it is. You literally Roman cancel in that game, and it's like, oh look, it's gonna happen once around because meter buildup is so slow. You're lucky to get two cancels a game, a fucking round, if you're lucky. Like the cancels are so infrequent. You literally, since the game, you die so fast anyway, you're lucky you get two cancels in per round. You're lucky. You're lucky to get a full bar. Because again, the matches are so fucking quick. Because you take so much damage. Yeah, that's another thing. Roman cancels are fucking slow now, man. They slowed it down so bad. So again, it makes the game feel even slower. I'm like, I thought like Roman cancels and Exert, granted they did feel slower, but they ain't that slow. Like, my God, the game just feels slow. The whole game feels slow. It feels like sludge. I'm sorry. The whole fucking game movement, recovery, how combos hit, everything feels slow. It feels bad. Roman cancels and well, I mean, they like you've seen like Roman like I don't know Roman. Let me see. I'm trying to see. If nobody has. I don't think there's a video that shows the difference. Yeah, I don't have a video. It shows. I was gonna show you like the difference between the Roman cancels, but I don't. There's no video. I'm trying to find out. I can't find. You'd have to look at different Roman cancels. Like you look at like
Hyundai Santa Fe versus
I could show you the difference. So you can just see the speed difference.
Hyundai Santa Fe.
Now I know a lot of you boomers are not going to be.
See like see the Roman cancel in this game. It just feels like it's just a lot of time gap. And especially with red. Red is like super slow. I mean, look how floaty it is. It's like, oh my god. You get so much time to react. It's ridiculous. It's like that's terrible, man. The way that looks like, oh my god, it's so slow. And you look at like Exert running handfuls. See how this feels. Like watch. And overall, you can just tell like how the game looks, like how it feels, like just by moving, how much snappier things feel. I mean, look how much faster it is. I mean, and I'd say each game it got progressively slower, but yeah, like, Strive is slow as shit compared to Exert in terms of Roman cancels. It's really slow. Like Exert feels way better. Like it's reasonable, you know. I love the yellow cancel. Yellow cancel's disgusting. It's something that I do like in this game. Even though it is kind of bullshit, I still like it though. It adds a lot of flavor to the game. Yellow cancels are really effective in this game. But you can do some really nasty shit with yellow cancels. Yeah, you can literally cancel out of anything. It's just like you do any move, and you can yellow cancel out of it, which is like creates so many different mix-up options because I think the only ones you can't cancel are DPs though. DPs are not roaming cancelable unless they're on hit. So which is good. You can't just abuse DP cancels, which is good. But the fact that you can do like overheads into yellow Roman to stop it or make a move have less recovery, it's just like man, it adds a lot of mind games. Oh, you found one? Thank you. There we go. Somebody, thank you, lead it. Yeah, here's a. Oh, look how fast, like XX, ridiculous fast. Like holy shit, it's so fast. Like what a difference. It's like, yeah, like look how much different. Like it got slower with each game. Like holy crap, it got slower. It got slower with each game. I hate how the game is like gotten worse. Like Exert, I didn't mind too much because the yellow cancel added a new depth. The only thing cool about Roman cancel and Strive is the drift cancel. That's the only thing interesting. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, Exert is definitely easier to do. I do agree. The moves are easier to do. But I still feel the depth and suffer. Like, I've gotten into this argument before. People say, like, well, Exert was a huge downgrade from XX. I'm like, not in the same degree that Exert was to Strive. You can't even compare that shit. If you comparing XX to Zerd as Zerd is to Strive, the drastic differences and the depth and the complexity of the game is really large from Xrd to Strive in comparison from XX to Xrd. The execution got easier, I will say that, but the depth I don't feel suffered as much. The depth in Strive suffered greatly, like ridiculous amount. I don't think XX was that compromised. It was a little compromised, but not to the point where it's bastardized. Like Strive just feels like a bastard child. It's like, holy crap, what did you do to the game? You just neutered it. I really believe that Strive is way neutered in so many ways compared to XX to Exert. I really think people need to re-examine their heads if they really think that the differences are similar. They're not. They're not. No. Strive is severely neutered. The only forward step that Strive did was the drift cancel. That is the only forward step. Everything else took two steps back. Everything else, the defense took two steps back. The Gatlings took two steps back. The combo variety took two steps back. Like everything took two steps back. They got gutted. All you have is a drift cancel that occasionally happens. It's occasional as hell because you don't get enough meter. The meter is so slow in game because the match is over so fast. So it doesn't even matter. Yeah, the wall break. I think the wall break mechanic is just it's just a way to reset neutral. That's all it is. It's just to make the player not feel helpless. Is God forbid that the player gets in the corner, we don't want them to feel like they can't do anything. So we make it where again it's the whole stop and go thing. You basically when somebody gets to the wall, that's your time to stop. Because there's really no reason to like stick someone to the wall and not do anything because they're invincible when they tech off of it. There's really no strategy. You can't really do any strategy off of it. There's no like wall setups where you're like, I'm gonna stop pressure to stick them into the wall so I can reset them somehow. There's none of that. It's just end it. Just end it. Get your bonus and reset and get reset back to neutral. Always reset to neutral. Yeah, wall break is fucking. I like the wall break mechanic. I like the wall mechanic in Exert. They also fucking gutted Dust, man. I hate how boring Dust is in Strive. Strive is just literally it's just hit any buttons you want, but really ultimately it's only hit certain buttons because those are the only ones you can string long enough. There's no reason to do a Roman cancel and do an air combo. There is no reason to do a super and an air combo from a Dust. Dust is literally just do your most optimal string of buttons and always do that all the time. There's no reason to deviate from that. There's no there's no Dust combos that are worth doing. There's no reason to be creative in a Dust combo. It's only just big boy damage, do your fixed set of buttons, and then end it. That's all it is. All the time. Every fucking character. Yeah, but whatever. I mean, it's like, what does that do? You know what I mean? Who cares? Again, there's just so many things that get neutered out of the game. And it's such a shallow game when you put it together. It's just basic bitch game. That's all it is. It's just like it's made for people that I guess don't have they can't think more than 1+1, I guess. I don't know. It's made for people that don't play fighting games. It's made for people that just, don't have to think very hard, don't have to try very hard, and can produce results. That's why beginners can hang with pro players because they have so many crutches that level the playing field, like damage and shit like that. Where it's just like, okay, well, I don't know. It just feels like you've made the playing field almost like you brought the ceiling down so low. Like imagine climbing a mountain and you're bringing the top of the mountain down to the floor. That's literally what you did. So basically, you only have to lift up yourself knee high to get to the top of the mountain. So I don't know, it just feels like it's like wow, it's so easy. Anybody can do it. It's really not hard. It is. The damage levels in Strive are ridiculous. I hate the damage. It like everything feels overpowered as fuck for no reason. Like you just see like Soul does wild throw and it does like a third of your life. In some cases half depending on the character. Where you're just like the fuck? And it's so dumb. Oh, here comes Potemkin Buster, there's half my fucking life. Two of them I'm dead. Like the fuck is that? It's so dumb. It's still dumb though. I don't care. It still does too much damage. You do heavenly, like literally do slash duck hard slash heavy and heavenly to chip. It kills him almost. In some cases, it does kill him. But it's just like, why? Why are you giving him that much reward? Like, holy shit. Like, that never happened in Exerd. You can't kill Chip with 3 hits. That never happened. Like, what the fuck? It makes the matches so like it's like you're playing a different game. Like I said, it feels. I'm sorry, like I tell people, I said, dude, it's Street Fighter Strive. That's the best way to describe it. It feels like Street Fighter. It really does. Like it feels like this bastard child of Street Fighter with an occasional Roman cancel. It's like Street Fighter 2 damage with a Guilty Gear game, and you have the occasional Roman cancel. It just doesn't feel like Guilty Gear at all. It really doesn't. It's not made for Guilty Gear players. I'm sorry, it's just not. It never was. They and Arc System Works knew that going in. They were like, "No, we're gonna make it play like games that people are familiar with, because Street Fighter's so familiar. We got to get that crowd playing this game. We got to get them playing our game because that's what makes the money." So they knew what they were doing. Trust me, it was all a business strategy. They knew what they were doing. They knew the target they were crowding. They knew the target they were aiming for. They knew the crowd that they were targeting. And they were like, yep, make it play like that. They're going to love it. Everybody will play it. Like, yep, well, you threw away your fan base. They knew that they were going to sacrifice us for more customers. They were like, hey, you guys don't pay our bills. We don't give a shit about you guys. We need the majority. So, hey, we're going to have to sell out. Sorry. That's basically what our system works did. They completely shat all over their integrity and just said, no, we're selling out because that's where the money is. See ya. They knew, Daisuke knew he was going to lose. He was going to divide people with this game. But I think down well, he knew, oh, well, if I'm only going to lose 10% of my player base to gain 90%, I'll lose the 10%. He doesn't care because that's to save the company. He knew it was going to make the money, and it worked. It paid off big. And he's like, cool. Now we're eating good. We're top dog now. It's like, oh, that makes us feel great. You just threw us in the trash. We don't matter. Tekken is a really deep game, though, to be honest. Tekken is super deep. Tekken never compromised its identity. I think Tekken 7 is an amazing game. Like, Tekken 7 did not compromise its gameplay to cater to the majority. Tekken 7 is a game that just, it plays like Tekken. It's the essence of Tekken. And it just, people play it because it's a good game. Plain and simple. It's not like because, it's accessible, it's nice and easy, that's why everybody loves it. No, they like it because it's just good old Tekken. That's what they like. Tekken is just good, clean Tekken. That's all it is. It's never been anything but that. Yeah, again, that's what makes it great. Anybody can play Tekken. But at least you can see the degree in skill level. You can tell somebody between a scrub Tekken player and a really good Tekken player. It's very obvious. I can't. I have a hard time. I have a hard time telling the difference between like a mid-level player in Guilty Gear and a high-level player in Guilty Gear. I can't really tell the difference. They both look the same. And then seeing a low-level player beat a high-level player just because of the crutch of damage and various factors, it's like, okay, well, the skill gap doesn't seem very large. In a game like Tekken, it's huge, very apparent. Yeah, Tekken 7 netcode's not the greatest, but it is a good game. Definitely one of the best fighting games out right now. and for good reason. Yeah, but I agree. Our system work does not understand at all. Like honestly, Exerd. If Exerd got good publicity, had good marketing, and actually had good netcode, I think Exerd would have done very well. I honestly think it would have sold very well. But because it wasn't marketed right, and it had a great tutorial, it had probably one of the best fighting game tutorials I've seen in fighting games. Really solid tutorial. Solid gameplay, very fun. The execution isn't too high. It's high, but it's not like ridiculously over high. It's doable. It's definitely not stride levels of easy, but it's pretty. It's if you think about it, Xrd is pretty accessible. I just think again there was a lot of factors that brought that game's downfall. And I think Strive. I think Xrd could have. I think Xrd could still make it if they brought rollback with Xrd's game. If they brought rollback to Xrd, I think a lot of people would jump back to Xrd. I really believe that. I think a lot of people would run back to play Xrd. I'm not kidding. I think a lot of people would want. I've seen legit a lot of people been asking about Xrd. Like, what's so. Like, they're curious about it. And I'm like, and I've had a lot of people, I've seen them say in like forum chats and stuff where they're like, wow, Guilty Gear Xrd has a lot of gameplay elements. So I'm like, it feels a lot more free. A lot more free and a lot more options. And it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. It is much more loose. Way more loose. You can do a lot of shit in Xrd. Very freeform. Control factor is much better. You definitely have a lot of control in Xrd. Strive, you don't. Your control is shit. It feels awful. It does not feel good to move in that game. Even with the fastest characters, they feel slow. Melia feels slow to me. Like Melia is like one of the fastest characters in the game, like second fastest, I think. And she feels slow. Like her attacks feel so fucking slow. And I play Xrd Melee, I'm like, holy crap, she feels so fast. Like, scary fast. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but whatever. I mean, I'm done with Strive. I've given that game too many chances, and I'm done with it. I don't care. I don't care if they add Jam. That's how much I don't care, and that's my favorite character. If they added Jam in season 2, I wouldn't give two flying fucks because I already know. You know what? She's gonna be ruined. She's gonna be a boring character. She's gonna be just potato brain dead, and everybody's gonna love her. I'm so good with Jam. I was like, yeah, because she plays like a fucking like anybody a moron could use her. But you know what? I hope she doesn't get in the game because then it's like good. I hope they don't ruin her. I don't want her in the game because that's good. You don't have to give me bad memories like bad oysters of me thinking of how they just ruined Jam. You know, because I know she's gonna if they go for season 3, she's in there for sure. I can't see how Jam would not be in. I don't care. I don't even want to look at it. I don't care who they add. Like even if they added Jam, I'd be like, okay, she's gonna be boring. She's gonna be so limited. You know, I'm gonna be like, oh, I know Jam really well. Like I could tell you how limited she's gonna feel. Like I've already like told people what she's gonna have in the moveset. I said, watch they're gonna get half her tool, man. Half her toolkit is gonna be gone in that game. Oh, you want 3 supers? Well, you ain't getting 3 supers. You're getting 2. Oh, you want charge cards? Well, she ain't getting that either. You want her moves chaining into together? Well, you're definitely not getting that either. Oh, you want her puffball variations? Well, you ain't getting that either. You're getting one move. Or maybe two. You know, it's literally gonna be that. It's gonna be just the most bare bones version of her. And I'm just gonna be like, this is sad. This is just like, wow, she's boring. Yeah, but at the same time, there's not much to create though. Sure, it has a create a combo feature, but not like there's much to create. It's like, oh, look at me create this combo that nobody's gonna use because it's not optimal, and it's not, you know, it's just no point. But the combo system in that game was so gutted and so limited. It's like, why bother? Why bother trying to create interesting combos? There's no reason to do it. It really isn't. You're just creating more work for yourself. Why do all that hard work for no damage when you can do something brain dead easy and do a shit ton of damage? You know, consistently. That's why I stopped. I didn't even bother making combo videos for Stride because there was no point. What's the reason? What? There's no reason to be creative. There is no fucking reason to think outside the box. There's literally no reason. Why do it? It's a waste of time. That's just me. Like I said, I'm a combo guy, so and I don't let my creativity does not work in that game. It's pointless to think outside the box. It really isn't. It doesn't. There's no reason. Why do it? It doesn't reward my creativity. There's no reason to be creative. Do what everybody else does because that's more effective. Don't think. Just do it wins. Play like everybody else. Be like everybody else because that's what's cool. Be a carbon copy of everybody that plays that character because that just sounds wonderful. You know, I literally told what's his name, like the best melee in the world. What's his name? I forgot his name. Lord Knight. Like, oh yeah, I played Melia Rage, but I'm just Melia number 23 or Melia 2463 or whatever. I'm just Lord Knight number, you know, copycat number this. You know, that's literally what I am. Like, why even bother trying to express myself through this character? Because I'm literally just a copy of somebody else. So what's the point? So I live in somebody else's shadow when I play the game. Like, well, fuck that. I don't want to play it then. Literally, if I'm just going to be compared to a famous streamer because that's the way you play the character, fuck that shit. That sounds fucking lame as hell. But I digress, whatever. But anywho's, it's already 5 o'clock, guys. I gotta get to sleep. I gotta get up at about 6.5 hours. I gotta get up at 11:30. I gotta write some stuff down for my bills and everything, and then I gotta go. I got my friend coming over at 1, so I gotta meet up with him. So it's good talking to everybody. I appreciate you guys coming to visit. Thanks for coming by to hear me rant and see my glorious absence from Genshin Impact. You never have to see me play the game ever. So I will never go back to that game. So it's done. I'm made a promise to myself. I'm never gonna play it again. So But we'll figure out what we're gonna play tomorrow. I might go back to what do you call it, crosscode. So we'll see. Either crosscode or maybe we'll try out that little witch game. We'll figure out something. But at least we got some stuff to look forward to. No more Genshin Impact. We're done with it. It's finished. It's done. Never again. So, but I appreciate everybody coming by. It's nice to see so many people show up in my stream. I haven't seen I haven't seen it this busy in a while. So it was nice to see a lot of faces. But yeah, I'll try to stream more interesting things like I used to. So I need to do that more. But yeah, we definitely need to play some better games. Need to get away from the shitty games. There's too many shitty games out there, and I'm not happy right now. You stop playing them, you just get rid of them, and just be like, hey, there's better games out there that are more fun to play and more interesting to watch. So we'll see. I'll see what I want to play. But yeah, I might play. I might go back to Crosscode. So we'll see. I forgot where I am in the game. I gotta figure out. I think I'm in the desert town, if I remember right. I get so wrapped up in these games because I get lost because I do so much backtracking, and I just do so much side quests and shit. So there's so much to do. You can get so lost in these games. Anywho's Dark, Ghost, Lead everybody else that came, owned, Unwed. Appreciate you guys coming by. Like I said, it's good to see you guys. So, but I'll be back on tomorrow. I got my friends coming over for a barbecue, so I probably won't be on till maybe 10 o'clock at night because they're usually here till about 9, and I usually send everybody home around 9:30, so I'll probably be on around 10. We'll see. It depends what time they all leave. But more than likely about 10 o'clock. So I'll be streaming around 10. 10 to 3 or something. We'll see. At least I don't have to worry about doing Genshin dailies anymore. I'm literally just going to be playing one game. Nothing else. So. But anywho's, let me go ahead and throw you guys to Curse the Long Intros. He's playing Final Fantasy 11, so you guys can watch him play. So, anywho's, you guys have a good one. I will see you guys later. You guys take care. Have a good night. Peace out.